Well, here we are, episode 148. And on this episode, myself, Mark Smith, and Lou Collichio, the latter of the two from the Music Relish Show on YouTube, are going to be talking about 1974. We're picking up where we left off last week. Blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to edit that out. We're going to talk about movies and albums from 1974. I don't know what's going on with my background music here. I don't really care. It's been one of those days. I told you what we're doing tonight. Just be happy with that. And be happy with the fact that Jack's not here tonight. I know I am. But you know who will probably be here? Big Head Todd the Wet Sprocket. That's always a pain in my ass. Enjoy the show.
The KOFB studio presents Milk Crates and Turntables, a music discussion podcast hosted by Scott McLean. Now, let's talk music. Enjoy the show.
Yeah, enough of that. Enough of Lou's song. Welcome to the podcast. Welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends. We're streaming live right now over YouTube, X, D-Live, Twitch. I don't know about Instagram, yada, yada, yada. Facebook, couple pages here and there. We're in it. We're in it. Let me see. Let me get this chat up and running. Let me get the overlay in there. There's Patty. Good evening, Patty. Yes. She says good evening to Leo. Leo and Mark. Okay. Oh, okay. You know what? Leo. Hey, Leo. Well, let's bring Leo on. And now Leo Collichio. Leo. What's up, Leo?
I'm a little tense today, Scott. I'm not wearing my crystal. All right, I'm a little tense.
There, that's the Asheville. That's the Asheville talking there, buddy. Holy shit! I'm not wearing my crystal.
I'm a little tense.
Actually, you're not wearing it because I just snorted it.
There you go. Yeah, that's that here too. I am a Leo, by the way, so she's not wrong. My grandfather's name was Leo.
Ah, there you go. See, Patty knows things. She knows things.
She had a psychic flash.
She does. She uses crystals.
But she's not tense like I am.
Yeah. Allison! What's up, Allison? I bet I know who Allison wants to see.
Leo doesn't have his crystals. Leo doesn't have his crystals.
Leo doesn't have his crystals tonight.
It's gonna be a bad show, man. It's gonna be a bad show.
You know
man.
what else is the problem? He's in my fucking spot. Get out of my spot. There we go.
Never get off the boat. Never get off the boat.
Look at Lou. Lou doesn't have a crystal, but he has a big flower.
It's my rose. That thing's still alive.
It's still alive.
Mighty like a rose.
How old is that thing?
It's almost 2 weeks.
Oh,
wow.
Okay.
It's just some water, huh?
Just some water, yeah.
Nice.
I mean, it's going. It's going.
Yeah. So what's up, gentlemen? How's everything going?
Going good.
Going good.
First heat wave of the summer. It was 85 today.
No kidding. You know what's funny? It got humid here. We didn't normally get a lot of humidity and like heavy mugginess. We're getting it. So it's sort of like Pacific Northwest summer here. That's cool.
Yeah, it's starting here too. It's starting here.
Oh, you got something happening there too.
Yeah, we got a little heat. Look at Patty's making up for. That's a beautiful rose, Lou. See?
Actually, I had a fictitious band name. It was called Leo Kennedy and the Sharks. I used to get radio.
That's where she gets this stuff, man.
Yeah.
I say if I'm Schmitty, you're Leo.
What does that mean?
Oh, we all have nicknames. Everyone calls me Schmitty.
Nobody on this show called you Schmitty. Nobody.
You can say you have.
I don't know. No, I don't.
You say you get the Schmitties.
Don't call me anything.
Well, the Schmitties is a condition.
Yes, exactly.
It's a condition.
Condition of forgetfulness.
Yes.
Yeah, that's my middle name.
Well, there I am.
There you go.
Oh, with the Pickhead. What's up, Pickhead? That's your nickname, Pickhead.
I got that from Michael Anthony in a Van Halen video.
Okay, well, time to play the game, gentlemen. Time to play the game. You know the game for the listeners at home or in your car or wherever you're listening. 45 Poker. I have a box of 45s. I could show it, but the podcast people don't see it. So
we don't want to see
your box. It's a funky 3D 1970s square with, I don't know, what color would you call that? Some sort of green and blue and white and
teak.
Yeah, it's a real ugly fucking 45 box that we carried 45s in.
Yeah.
So what we do is I'm going to pull out 2 each round. Lou will get one. I'll get one. Mark will get. We'll start with Mark tonight. Mark, Lou, me. Mark, Lou, me. Those are the 45s. It's just like poker. Who has the best hand? Mark comes out of his shitty box and pulls the flop 45. And the best 3 45s win.
May the best cheater win.
And I've learned over the last couple of weeks, like, don't ever count yourself out.
Right.
Yeah, I thought I was doomed last week, but yeah. All right, here we go. We're going to start with Mark tonight.
All right.
Did I say everything I was supposed to say? Thank you, Amanda, for that wonderful introduction.
Yeah, you should have said that.
Did I say that?
No.
I think you did.
No, I didn't. I don't know. Well, thank you, Amanda, who's on her way to Morocco.
Wow.
She's jet setting. Yeah, she's learning abroad over in Spain. And last weekend she was in London. And this weekend she's going to Morocco. And my fucking bank account is going south. I should say hour.
Time to get a
Dr. Vera, I have no problem. She is the primary breadwinner in this.
You're retired, yeah.
I'm retired. Doing good, but
it's time to get a sponsor for your show. Come on.
No, dude. So check this out. So you know my other podcast, the Vets Connect podcast.
Yeah.
It's the things get legs, man. It's already closing in on 1,000 downloads, and you know it's doing pretty good for a little niche, a very small niche of talking to nonprofits about veterans and talking to veterans. And
there's a lot of veterans.
Yeah. A lot of stories. So I'm mixing them in. So today, the West Palm Beach VA Medical Center, they sponsored a wellness and mental health fair. And there was like 55 vendors there, right? You had like 40, I'll say nonprofits. There were some for-profits, but they work in the veteran space. And 15 different agencies from within the VA, right? And so they asked me, to do a podcast from the place. And I'm like, well, okay, I've never done this before. So I got my microphones, I got my thing, and I set up my table, and I have my whole, the banner. You know how those tables look. Have you ever been to those kind of? Mark has, right?
Yep.
Lou, I'm sure you have these wine things, but see, those things, they have booths. Like in those wine convention things, they got fucking booths, right?
There's a lot of party tables.
Tables, yeah.
Fold out party tables.
I put on, and I used my pod track, my Zoom P4 pod track, and I just got that Shure MV7X, and I'm using the SM7B right here. And I'm talking to these people. I did these micro interviews where they were like 3 to 5 minutes. Tell me who you are, what organization you're with, and what you guys do for veterans. And it's a little conversation, right? And it turns out great. The background, when I go to listen to it, because it's loud. There was a couple hundred veterans in there so it was a crowded room. I listened to it, and it sounds like fucking Antique Roadshow. And you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Right? That background noise of everybody talking. It fucking came out good until you hear somebody doing the raffle. Everybody, we're doing a raffle. And it's like, oh, but it's ambiance. It's great ambiance.
Yeah.
So I was pleasantly surprised at how it turned out. It came out pretty good. You guys are going to have to at least listen to that episode.
Oh, yeah.
But so then I came home. I filled a cart you carry because you need a cart to carry all this shit.
Oh, yeah.
And I had the table stuff, and I get home and I fucking pick the thing out of the back of my truck. I put it in front of my door, and I'm like, oh fuck, I got to do a podcast tonight. I almost called it off.
Really?
I came this close. I came this close to calling it off. But I'm like, you know what? The show must go on. Don't be a podcast pussy.
There you go.
I don't want to do it tonight. My throat hurts.
I talked to a lot I did like 8 micro interviews, and they came out great, man.
Nice. How long did it take you?
I haven't looked at the time, but it will probably be at least 20 minutes, and they range between like 26 and 32 minutes each episode. It's a drive time thing. Nothing in depth, very informative. Mm-hmm. And some of them are very kind of, engaging because you listen to the stories and you're like, damn,
yeah,
okay. And unlike this podcast, I am minimal. Oh, there he is. Is this that The Relish Show live? My brother Colin. Is this that The Relish Show? Is that The Relish Show live? Heard it's really
yeah.
This is a weekly thing now. And give him 10 minutes and he's gonna be like, okay, and when he says it's a Patch Dog episode,
Yeah.
he's gonna listen to it tomorrow.
Right.
When he takes his dog out.
Oh, I just thought it sounded pieced together or something. That's what I thought he was.
No, he named his dog Patch. So
cool.
yeah, he has one of those Mad Max dogs.
Yeah.
In Australia, Blue Heeler.
Right.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool dog.
I enjoy his pictures.
Yeah. And if it wasn't for me, I'm gonna steal this from him. If it wasn't for me, he wouldn't own one because I told him that's the perfect dog for him.
What are the characteristics of that dog?
Well, they're a herding dog, right? So they're very energetic. They are not a lazy person's dog. Mm-hmm. They need to be worked. They need to be able to run, and they naturally herd anything they can, kids, whatever it is. They're little brick shit houses. They're usually solid as a rock. Yeah. They get to about 60 pounds. That might be on the big end for those dogs. But and they're very good protectors. They're tough little bastards too.
Yeah.
The way they're bred for herding. So they got to be able to deal with bulls and cows and and actually wolves too, hunters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and their markings is why they're called the Blue Heeler, because they bred into them they come in different colors, but they bred into them this blue kind of tint in some of their coats. So it's pretty cool. Australian cattle dog. And there's your dog history, Lou.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, well, I am a dog person, so yes. Okay, let's start the game. Let's start the game. I've rambled long enough.
Can never ramble long enough.
And if you're out there, listen to the Vets Connect podcast. That's in order.
Yes, very good podcast. I've only heard like 3 episodes so far. I got to catch up.
Yeah, that's fine. Thank you. Like I said, they're quick, they're informative, and All right, here you go, Mark. Here's your first one. Blank label, blank label, but it's an RSO record.
Oh.
Yeah, it's one of us. So this is, again, we're going to start seeing the repeats because I restacked the deck. Yvonne Elliman, If I Can't Have You.
Oh, one of my favorites.
That was a hit.
I think I
on
had
Saturday Night Fever.
Yeah.
Hey, how does my microphone sound? Better?
Sounds really good.
Yeah.
Sounds dialed in, right? I told Mark. Did I tell Mark or Lou? I talked to both of you last weekend.
That's right.
Yeah.
See, I'm spreading the wealth. I'm spreading my talk a lot wealth. I love talking to people, especially when I got nothing else to do.
That's when I know you talk to me when you got nothing else to do.
Yeah. And Lou actually blew me off. He's like, "Oh, you never call me. You never call me." And I called him this, and he didn't answer.
I didn't.
Ooh, Lou, you are in trouble.
He didn't answer.
I'm here right now.
He called me back. He's like, I had that blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah.
I don't talk on the toilet, all right?
That's good. I hate when people do that, man.
Although I wasn't on the toilet.
All right. Here you go, Lou. Here's your 45.
My 45.
It says it right on the cover. Let me see. Oh, this is this. I think we got a trump card. This party reminds me of De Niro walking roulette. Don't do it, Smitty. Don't do it. Oh yeah, from Dare Hunter. Don't do it, Smitty. Don't do it. All right, here you go. This is it says it right on the cover.
Billy Preston, Nothing from Nothing.
Yeah, I think Lou just took the lead.
I don't know. Yvonne Elliman.
Okay, I mean, just it's a good toss up. Right?
What's a better song?
Yvonne Elliman.
Well, it depends on who you're listening to, who you ask.
I know.
Right?
There's no wrong answer.
There's no wrong answer. So this is going to roll with the next roll. But here's mine. Right here. Here we go. From Electra Asylum. Give me an artist off Electra Asylum.
Eagle.
One of you.
Jackson Brown. Yeah.
Jackson Brown, huh? Okay.
Into
let's see what we
Ronstadt,
got.
probably.
Oh, I just got fucked.
Leo Stare.
Betty Ronstadt.
Anne Murray.
No. Judy Collins.
Uh-oh.
Well,
Judy Collins. So Begins the Task or Cook with Honey.
yeah, you got fucked. I'm just gonna write "fucked" for the song.
That is a Patty Yassi 45 right there. She sent me these. This is a true Patty 45. She got the Judy Collins. Like, she's a rock girl, right? She is a rock girl, but then she has the Judy Collins side of her.
But you know, it's cool. It's what was the big Joni Mitchell song she sang? I looked at life from both sides now.
Oh yeah.
You didn't even pull that one.
I know.
So,
bro, that would have that was a huge hit. That was a huge hit. Okay, here you go, Mark. Let's see how this improves your hand. There we go. Right now, I think it was last week. Jack's like, I don't even know how the fuck we're playing. I don't even know what we're playing. We don't even know how to play this game. Dude. Shut the fuck up. All right, here we go. It's Capitol Records. Capitol Records.
Ooh.
It is Mark's turn to be the disco king tonight.
Capitol.
Tavares. Boston's own Tavares.
They're from Boston.
Really?
Yeah. It only takes a minute, girl, to fall in love. To fall in love. It only takes a minute, girl.
Is that what I got?
Yep. Only takes a minute.
Mark can tell you that's true.
I knew that was coming. One way or another, whether he was going to be self-deprecating and say something.
Oh, you were good.
I wasn't saying it's
you
too easy.
You're going to indulge in the low-hanging fruit there.
It's too easy. I won't do that.
Damn it, Lou. I shouldn't have told you that story. Damn it.
Some friend I am.
All right, here we go.
Never trust.
I'm going to the back of the deck for Lou. Going to the back of the deck. And I'm going to have to skim off the bottom of the deck if I get back in this game. Let me see. Epic Records. No, it isn't even. It's Pentone Records. Pentone.
Mm-hmm.
Lou, what do you know about Pentone?
I think the Pentones were on that label.
Well, Lou just shit the bed on this. Judy Collins is a win on this one. It's Tony Conigliaro, former Red Sox great who got hit in the face with a ball and ruined his career, singing "Why Don't They Understand" or "Playing the Field." Lou just went to the bottom. Anything I pull from this point on is better than that. He was a fucking Red Sox, and he decided to make a record. They're fucking Italians. They think they can just do anything. I can sing. Huh?
What was his last name? Conigliaro. Yeah. Great.
All right, here we go.
Have you ever heard the song?
Dave Phillips. My way. No, I haven't. Dave Phillips, welcome to the fucking show. Tony C was on Pentone. Hello.
Look.
That's what we're doing here. Dave Phillips.
Vote for me, Dave.
Vote for me, Dave. All right, here we go. This one is off Epic Records. Epic Records. Mm-hmm. Ooh, I think I just took the lead.
Uh-oh.
I might have taken the lead. I don't know. I think Sly and the Family Stone. If you want me to stay, I'll come around today.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
Not the biggest.
When you know that you're never number two, number one gonna be number one. Ow, ow, ow. Yeah, I just pulled one out right there. But Mark still has two solid records there.
Yeah.
Two solid disco hits. But so let's see what you got, Mark. Throw us that flop card.
Picking for myself.
And this is you. Yep. I hope you pull a piece of shit.
Well,
to
me, this is double A side. I got Chicago, Color My World, and Make Me Smile.
Oh boy,
Make Me Smile is a good one.
That's worth 2 points, right?
Mark's the one to beat.
Yeah, but you got to pick one side. I guess it's Make Me Smile, right?
I don't know. Color My World was pretty.
Dun, 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 dun.
Make Me Smile.
That was the fucking junior high dance, like
slow dance.
Yeah, it's a gay song.
It's got a flute on it.
Yeah,
it's got a flute, exactly.
I think Ian Anderson played on that.
Yeah, he plays a skin flute. But anyway, I'm just what?
Don't pick on Ian.
Just say fuck Ian Anderson.
It only takes him a minute to play it.
It only takes a minute, Ian.
Don't pick on P and Ian.
All right, give Lou some more shit.
Nothing's going to save me now. Nothing.
Not after Tony Canigliaro.
Oh, it was a hit. All right, Planet Records. Pointer Sisters.
Ooh.
Jump for My Love.
Jump. Da-da-da-da. For My Love. That's an 80s hit right there.
It didn't save me.
All right. Come on. What do you got?
That was a huge hit.
What do you got for me? Come on. Give me a I need a
Give him something worse than Tony C.
I don't have anything.
He doesn't have anything worse than Tony.
Disco Duck. Come on. You need the Disco Duck.
That would be it.
Actually, Lou, you should have gotten this one because we've talked about this on Music Mustard podcast.
Music Skirmish.
The Monkees.
Ooh.
It's either I'm a Believer or I'm Not Your Stepping Stone.
I'm a Believer. It's got to be I'm a Believer.
I would take I'm a Believer.
So I got Sly and the Family Stone and the Monkees and Judy Collins.
And
Mark has Tavares. Only Takes a Minute, Girl. He has Yvonne Elliman, I Can't Have You, and what was yours, Mark?
Chicago, Make Me Smile.
Make Me Smile. And Lou got fucking dog shit.
Billy Preston, Nothing from Nothing.
Great song. I mean, I had two good songs.
Started off good, buddy. You started off good.
Yeah.
No, that one's...
C and Pointer Sisters. Pointer Sisters is a big hit.
Lou.
But still. Wait, is Tony Canigliaro any worse than... what was that when you have Cooking with Onions or whatever it was, Cooking with Honey? That's probably... I'm fishing here. That's bad. I admit defeat.
Yeah. Okay, Lou. You. It's between me and Mark. Who? If you want me to stay, Judy Collins, So Begins the Task, and I have I'm a Believer by the Monkees. Mark has Tavares, It Only Takes a Minute, Girl, minor hit. Yvonne Elliman from Saturday Night Fever.
Big hit.
And his third one, Chicago. Make Me Smile.
We gotta see it. Scott, Judy Collins dragged you down.
That bitch.
Yeah.
Damn her.
It was a fair fight, but
I'm not arguing with you.
Yeah.
I knew she was a weakness.
Yeah.
She's a weakness.
She's no Tony Canigliaro, but
she's no Tony C. Exactly. Yeah. All right.
But winner. Next to my
Dave Phillips chimes in. Mark wins. Fuck you, Dave Phillips, king of the 45.
Mark gets another vote from Patricia.
Yeah. And Patty, thank you for the Judy Collins 45.
Thank you for Tony Canigliaro.
As a matter of fact, let me see something. Here it is. Here's the Judy Collins. This is, see, gentlemen? Mark, what are you doing?
What? I'm separating the ones I picked. So next week I don't have any doubles.
You can't do that after the show?
Yes, sir.
Judy Collins?
Judy Collins? Lately.
Judy Collins?
Oh!
Judy Collins, get out of my life!
Hit Iron Man.
I just hit Iron Man.
Wait a second.
I have no room in my life for Judy Collins.
Hey, Greg Lake would disagree.
Sorry, Patty says sorry. I don't remember that record.
Oh man,
doesn't matter now.
It doesn't matter now.
Broke a record.
Scott finally broke a record.
Oh, there you go. All right, good job,
Canigliaro.
Look at I get record pieces hanging around.
Yeah,
a little
never
shop.
gonna get rid of
it's
them.
a
You're gonna
shank. I got a shank. I got a milk crates and turntable shank.
Shank.
Yeah.
Thank you, booty.
Shanker.
Shank one of the
I'm
screws.
a shanker now.
Michael
Shanker. Yeah.
Shanker sores.
All right, here we go. Let's get into some albums of 1974.
Not 1931. Shit.
Let's see. What came out? Mark, give me an album.
I'm going to give you Sheer Heart Attack by Queen, my favorite Queen album.
Oh,
74.
That had Killer Queen on it and Brighton Rock.
All right. Lou, what do you got? Give me an album from 1974.
Sure. I will preface it with a happy birthday tomorrow to drummer Albert Bouchard of Blue Öyster Cult, and the album they put out that year was what many fans consider their finest record. It is 1974's Secret Treaties.
Ooh.
Known as the only album without a Buck Dharma lead vocal, who sang the two big hits they had.
All right.
But it's great. It's a great record. It's a great record.
Okay. All right. I'm going to go with Sundown by Gordon Lightfoot.
Yeah.
Came out in January of 74, right at the end. You know the what are the two hits off that album?
Well, Sundown, Carefree Highway's not on that. Rainy Day People? No, nope.
Mark doesn't know.
No. I'm getting my next.
Lou, you said it. Carefree Highway.
That was on that. Okay.
Let me hick away. I used to think it said every highway.
Me too.
Okay.
I always thought it said every highway.
It would work.
Up until like last year. That's a long time to not know the words of a song.
Do you know who Sundown is? The Sundown he's talking about? The woman he's talking about?
No.
Kathy Smith, the woman who gave John Belushi his last
speedball. Gave him a speedball.
Yeah. Yeah. They had a relationship. And he spoke well of her when she died, though.
Okay.
Just don't go creeping around my back stairs.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right, Mark, give me an album.
Gonna go with Planet Waves by Bob Dylan.
Nice.
With the band. And Forever Young, the slow version and the fast version, among many good songs.
Big Head Todd, the Wet Sprocket. This is Whiz Jack. Hey, what did I miss? Listen to the intro.
Sorry,
Todd. Listen to the intro. You'll hear what you missed.
Yeah, you're late.
Yeah, but so tomorrow when you're driving to work, listen to the intro, asshole.
Todd was mentioned in the intro.
Yeah, well, thanks for blowing the whole thing, Lou. Thanks for.
Oh,
spoiler alert!
What's a spoiler?
Well, he hasn't heard it yet. He said, "What did I miss?"
Disregard what I said. Strike that from the record.
Lubin's sniffing too many crystals.
He doesn't have them with him tonight.
I believe I mentioned this one last week. Steely Dan Pretzel Logic came out.
Isn't that your favorite album of theirs?
That's a great album.
I think you like the Royal Scam, don't you?
I like Royal Scam, yeah. But this one has Ricky Don't Lose That Number. Any Major Dude Will Tell You. East St. Louis Toodle O. Pretzel Logic. Yeah, good album.
Both the last records you mentioned, Gordon Lightfoot and Steely Dan, both have the drummer Jim Gordon on them. He was the
there
man.
You go.
The late great Jim Gordon.
Hey Lou, or if you know, on the beginning of Ricky Don't Lose That Number, that little that fades in the beginning. What is that? You know, that little you hear before it goes into the boom, boom, boom. You hear like a boom, 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 boom.
Might be a percussion instrument.
It's a weird sounding. It's just really strange.
It could be. His tom-toms almost sound different than normal tom-toms in some of that song.
You don't hear that on the radio cut, though.
Yeah, I don't think so.
The radio edit.
Yeah,
you don't hear that.
Boom, boom, boom. With wind chimes.
Yeah.
Wind chimes are almost as good as having a crystal.
Big Head Todd, the Wet Sprocket. Maybe I heard the intro, maybe I didn't. How old are you? Fucking 12? Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. And then he says, I haven't been called an asshole in a week. So I don't believe that.
I don't believe that for one.
And I think now he's just a compulsive liar. Who's up? Mark?
Yep. Going to go with On the Border from the Eagles. Already Gone. Old 55, which I prefer Tom Waits' version, but it's still good. And Best of My Love, James Dean. It's a good album.
That was the arrival of Don Felder. Only on the one song though.
Yes. Which
Already
song?
gone. Already
Okay.
gone. Yeah. And Best of My Love was their first number one.
I like that song.
That's a great song.
Yeah.
Gay. Just saying.
Also, if you had the 45,
gay
you'd break
about
that
it.
too.
I'd break it. If I had that motherfucker, I would snap that thing. No doubt about it.
Is it gayer than New Kid in Town?
No, it's not.
The New Kid in
It's
Town's
not.
there?
Yeah, that was there. That's the one right there. That is the king of all their.
Just laying all the songs I like.
Of the whole Eagles gay catalog.
Yeah. That's it, man.
Teenage Jail. That's a whole different story.
As I drink my Chardonnay with an extended pink.
Yeah. What do you got, Mark?
Totally.
I mean, Lou.
That was me.
Rush, their debut album, Rush,
Yeah.
with drummer John Rutsey, original drummer. With the big song from that is "Working Man."
Oh, okay. All right.
Great song. Mark, didn't they on that live album of covers? Didn't they do a live? Well, they've done live "Working Man" on the live albums, right?
Oh, they were
Yeah,
playing.
yeah,
They
yeah.
played at that and in the mood. No, they played 2 songs off that debut album right up almost to the end. But Working Man was always in their show.
1974, one of the greatest songs ever recorded live came out on this album. Lou Reed, Rock and Roll Animal. That intro to Sweet Jane,
Yeah.
and just you can hear the crowd when Lou Reed walks on stage.
Yeah.
You can just hear this little eruption in the crowd, right? What's it, like a 4-minute intro?
Yeah.
Right?
Something like
That guitar, just the guitar down, 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 and you just kind of go into this. It's just so fucking smooth, man.
I'm not the biggest fan, but I like that version. That live
Yeah.
version is great. It
And
builds up
then,
nicely. The build up is great. The great groove.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And Heroin. Do you ever listen to that song off that album, Heroin?
Not me. I've never
Yeah,
heard
you
that
should
song.
listen to it.
Yeah, I gotta listen to
You
it.
should listen off that album, off the Rock and Roll Animal album. Yeah,
Okay.
it's like starts off really.
I think that's his real peak there too at that time, right? I think
Yeah, I don't think he ever really did anything
He did that
better
stuff.
than that.
No, he did that stuff in the early '80s, with the Honda scooters
Yeah.
and Dirty
Would you
Boulevard.
love me,
It's a bad song.
Suzanne? You know,
Oh yeah. Do what you
Yeah.
want to do.
do what you want to do. I actually didn't mind that song.
That wasn't
I
bad.
didn't mind it.
He took
It was a
criticism.
catchy little song.
You broke my heart and you made me cry.
Yeah,
He
and
moved-
he's
he
the
moved to New
king of
Jersey suburbs.
talking instead of singing.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
He got away with it. How the fuck did he get away with it?
because he couldn't sing.
But he just he got all this credit for being like Lou Reed. I think
Didn't
his
didn't he call himself the original rapper at one point? I think he might have. He might have.
that's
I wouldn't be
a fucking
surprised.
stretch right there, man. That is a
that's a
fucking
claim,
stretch. There's no way that motherfucker was the original rapper. Wow. Talk about giving yourself a fucking pat on the back.
I think that's what they call hubris.
Yeah. Hubris. Hubris.
Statement.
Yeah. Idiot. But listen to Heroin on that album. It's really,
Okay.
really fucking
Yeah.
good song. White Light, White Heat. He does a version of White Light, White Heat on there too. So
Are you a
all in
fan?
all, it's a
Are
good
you an
album.
overall fan, Scott, of the Velvets? And
No.
yeah,
No,
I
got-
I give credit where credit's due, but like
Yeah. I got turned on to Lou Reed through actually this album. This album is what turned me on. And so
Okay.
what? I was fucking 11, going to be 11 that year. And I probably, though, didn't hear this till I was like 14.
right.
But great album. A big influence on me listening to music was, believe it or not, and I hate to give him fucking credit for this,
Jimmy
but
Buffett.
my brother's friends, I used to they let me just hang out with them, they're 3 years, 4 years older. So I would I'd hang out with them and they'd have parties and I would just go to the parties and they were playing fucking everything. Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes to the Allman Brothers.
Yeah, that's how you learn from older friends. Like,
Yeah,
like
and I
it's
just
like
listened to
extended
all
tape.
that music, man.
Yeah.
And and then another group of friends of his that I hung out with that got me into the disco part and all that shit. And I loved it all. I loved it all.
Yeah.
Country was not the only time you heard fucking country music when I was growing up was on a fucking commercial.
Yeah,
For
it was
Waylon Jennings or, Conway Twitty, Berman Husky, like those fucking country western albums. Right?
Fur and Young, whatever. Or you heard it like in diners and restaurants. Like I remember being in diners with truck drivers coming up in the interstates.
I never appreciated it. I never appreciated it.
I do now, but not a whole. I'm not crazy. The honky
until about 15 years ago, I never appreciated it. And Dave Phillips, that's how he learned. Yeah.
Yeah. Same here.
Yeah.
I was lucky. I had 3 older sisters. So
I had older siblings. And an older father.
Yeah. Who took you to porn movies? What do you got, Mark?
They had great soundtracks.
Great.
Be surprised. I'm listening there. I'm dodging bullets in there, and I'm like this music's great. I like a wah-wah pedal.
I'm dodging bullets. I'm in the porn theater dodging bullets. The fuck.
Trenchcoat City.
Look, I'm 12 years old. I'm dodging bullets.
Ow! Who was that?
Who shot the soap?
I invented that joke.
Dad,
dodging bullets.
Why is there?
Dad, I have to go to the bathroom. Wait until afterwards.
It's like Silence of the Lambs. You can't hold it.
Oh, geez. Lives in the porn theater dodging bullets.
I got to take an early bathroom break from laughing.
You don't want to go in that bathroom. You better hold that shit.
I learned.
Oh my God. Dodging bullets. All right, who's up?
I'm up.
What the fuck?
I just want to remind everybody I was 5 years old when these albums came out. I wasn't in my 30s. Sorry. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
King Crimson was at the end of their first phase. Greg Lake was long gone. They had John Wetton singing, and they became a trio with Bill Bruford on drums. And they put out an album called Red. It influenced so many hardcore metal bands, hardcore and metal in the 80s. It's a claustrophobic, dense album. John Wetton has distorted bass throughout. It's a beautiful mess. It is one of the best. It's one of their my second favorite album of theirs.
Sure.
So Red, yeah. And no hits off it. Nothing you would know.
All right. Lou?
Seals and Crofts, Unborn Child. There was no Summer Breeze on this one.
No Summer Breeze on that one.
They belonged to a religious group, and this was pretty much a very anti-abortion stance album.
Oh.
Nobody bought it. I think they did their disc like Closer to You after this just to get some radio play again. But it was not a popular album. It was pretty controversial at the time. And
sure, the record company wasn't too happy with it.
No, and it was the 70s too. The women's liberation movement was in full swing. And
well, it's just like today. Same fucking thing, except today girls are telling you to eat their ass and suck their toes, and like they are. I mean,
and we are.
You get fucking disgusting slobs up on stage like Lizzo, fucking saying, "Oh, I'm healthy." Yeah, look at me. Don't fat shame me. I'm healthy. This is a good way to be. It's not. It's not a fucking good way to be.
God, I'm on wine and let them talk.
There's a lot of health issues going on there. Not good way to be, but this is what they fucking push today.
In 100 years, they're going to find out that diabetes is good for you.
Hey, hold on. I'm supposed to be watching that Trump rally now in Brooklyn.
Oh,
why isn't that on? Why isn't that on my TV? I thought I was going to have that on. Yeah, they love him there. They love him.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
They do. Yeah.
I want to echo Scott. Is this Fox News or is this a music discussion show?
Hey now, it's music. We're talking music.
Music.
I love.
All right,
music.
I'm going to go with.
By the way, is there a Boston game you want me to monitor for you, or is it not playing?
I think the Celtics are playing
tomorrow. They played last night.
They played last night. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
ABBA, Waterloo. Huge hit.
I didn't know it was that early.
That was a Eurovision Song winner in 1974.
Yeah.
And everybody cared.
Eurovision winner.
Yeah. Nobody fucking cares.
They cared in Euro. In the country of Euro, they cared a lot.
They also had the hit song on that album, King Kong Song. They really
King
did.
Kong.
I could just
Chong King, Chong King, Chong King Kong, Chong Song.
Wrong country, wrong
I
accent.
need a bong. I
That was
need a
later
big
covered.
bong.
That was later covered by Chinese Five Spice from the Spice Girls.
Yeah, Lou brings up the Five Spice again. There you go. Yeah. My mama said, honey, honey, really just that was that one song in itself sold, probably made that record go gold.
I bet, yeah.
All right, Mark,
What takes the hit?
give us an album from 74.
One of my favorite live albums, and no, it's not the 3-record set you all think. That comes later, but it's Too Late to Stop Now by Van Morrison. That is a smoking live album. It's a perfect representation of his 70s show.
Just never got into Van Morrison. Just
I
the
get
usual
it.
songs, but I never.
I get it. His mystical stuff I've tried. And people, I hate it. It doesn't matter. Yeah,
Just his
I
style.
like
His style just really wasn't my cup of tea.
Is it that
it's
kind
weird.
of
He's a short guy. He would dress like he was a sexy star. Like
Right.
in the Last Waltz, he comes out with that leotard outfit and
it's
stuff.
that,
and I'm like,
that maroon deep neck plunged thing he squeezed himself into?
Oh.
but meanwhile, he looks like
He was drunk.
he looks like Sam from Lord of the Rings. I mean,
What was he entertaining? though? Was he entertaining? I thought
hell yeah.
I thought he was hammered. I think. I like his R&B stuff. Some of his latter stuff he's done. Someone Like You, songs like that. It's kind of more adult contemporary, but it's
In the 90s, he went.
he still
a
has
little
his
bit-
voice though. He's got
Yeah,
his voice.
in the 90s, he went very spiritual. And I don't mean religious, but
Right.
he got kind of laid back, and his albums are deep. Yeah.
Didn't he do things with the what that? It was the Irish guys. What they called the famous Irish band, the older guy.
Okay, Mr. Lou Collichio.
The older guy. You know what I'm talking about? It's not the Irish tenors. It's the Kingsmen, the Klansmen.
Oh no,
I can't think of the name.
Me too. They have they've done stuff with Roger Daltrey.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Oh my god! But I think he did stuff with them.
He did. Yeah, a lot of stuff.
They were the Irish guys.
In Brown Eyed Girl, if I ever hear that fucking song again, it'll be too soon.
Well, he hates doing those songs.
I'd rather play Running with the Devil on drums than Brown Eyed Girl.
Domino too. I'm sick of that song.
Yeah, that shit. Brown Eyed Girl.
St. Dominic's Preview. St. Dominic's.
Ooh, good album. I have it on
Who's up?
Lou.
Lou.
Gene Clark, no other Gene Clark. One of the original Byrds, the first guy to leave the Byrds, their first songwriter, and he's written some great stuff. Kind of a cult figure, I guess, but he was a pioneer in the country rock movement. He did it better than the Byrds. I stand by that.
Okay. All right.
There's some people that might call me that's a blasphemous statement, but
Yeah. My favorite Aerosmith album came out in 74.
Yeah. Yep. I saved it for you. I was going to say it, but
Yeah, I won that on a phone-in to a radio station. I won Get Your Wings on a phone-in. I was caller number 18.
How the hell did you do that?
Back in the day, I don't know. It was just that fucking, you just got lucky.
Yeah.
You keep calling.
I never won tickets or anything, but I got always the stupid stuff. Like I got a WPLJ T-shirt, stuff like that.
I won that album. I won Doobie Brother concert tickets at the Boston Garden. They ended up giving to somebody because I was fucking 11. There's no way my mother was pretty freestyle with them, but there's no way I was going to a Doobie Brothers concert at 11.
What was the Doobie Brothers? Wait, so was that 74?
74.
So what was the Doobie Brothers album that came out then? They put
I have no idea.
I think it might have been Stampede.
No, it's got a longer title.
Oh, Once Were Once Vices. What
That's
were once
one.
vices are now habits.
That's the album.
With Blackwater. Yeah, great album.
Blackwater's on that record?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. When you see
I
the
always thought
cover,
Blackwater's later for some reason. I don't know why.
yeah, but when you see that cover, I always thought it was a live album because it's a live shot with the two drummers and everything. It's cool.
Let me see. I got a text that I have to answer right now, so I'll skip. Go to Mark. Mark, you go.
This is
I just said it anyway. So.
Oh, okay. I'm going to go with Tom Waits' second album, The Heart of Saturday Night. I've only heard it a couple times. I don't own it, but every time I heard it, I loved it. So, and I do want to get it on vinyl.
All right.
I got one. Ozark Mountain Daredevils. It'll shine when it shines with the hit Jackie Blue.
Jackie Blue.
Produced by Glyn Johns.
Jackie Blue.
Bow, bow, bow. That was a song they didn't think would be a hit. Mark, I know you've always, sometimes you said Glynis Johns.
Yeah, I know.
That was an actress. Glynis Johns was an actress in the 70s.
I tried to say Glynn's, but I have a speech problem.
Patty Yossi says Patty Yossi says WRKO, which was a big station in Boston, right? I only won tickets to Waterloo. I ended up living the movie. I didn't know you looked like Napoleon.
Wow.
And that you were short. I didn't know Patty Yossi's a short man.
She conquered.
A short French man. He was French, right?
Yeah.
Bonaparte, right?
Bonaparte, yep.
That's why he was an asshole then.
He put his hand
Fucking all French people are assholes.
No.
Yeah.
Nah.
They all suck.
I know some nice French people.
No. Maybe French Canadians, even they suck too.
That's like saying all New Yorkers are assholes.
Well.
I know you think that.
Well.
But some of my best friends are fucking New Yorkers.
Go fuck them too. Loving the movie, you crack me up. Oh, she ended up loving the movie.
Oh.
I'm like, how do you live the movie? Okay.
I didn't know you were exiled to Corsica.
Yeah.
What a spell sucks, I know.
Did you see that movie?
The Corsican Brothers?
No, Napoleon.
No. That was not Cheech and Chong. Wasn't that Cheech and Chong, the Corsican Brothers?
That was better than Napoleon. Napoleon was a total. They portrayed him as a total cuck.
Which
total.
one?
Really?
The one, the latest
Phoenix?
one. Yeah, total cuckold
really?
To what's her name? His wife there, Josephine.
Ridley Scott has this way of making anyone not English look like an asshole. He did it with Angela's Ashes.
Yeah,
about the Irish. He just has this way. You know, he's a great director, but.
Although, what's his name? Joaquin Phoenix did a fucking fantastic job, as he usually does in everything.
Yeah.
He really did a good job. But the way he wrote that, even people afterwards are saying, there's a stretch there.
Yeah.
A little stretch there. You're taking a lot of liberties.
Yeah. Were you there to see this?
Yeah. Yeah. Who went? Lou?
Yes.
Okay.
Your turn.
Let's see. What else came out in 1974? I don't know why I'm not seeing it. Johnny Cash, Ragged Old Flag. I'm just fucking pulling that one out of my ass.
That's a good one. I have that on vinyl somewhere, scratched up. I think it's got a cigarette burn on it too.
The album cover's good.
Yeah.
Tim standing there. It's a picture. It's like a drawing of him pointing at an American flag, like behind him, and it's all tattered.
Yep. I always wanted a poster of that.
That would be a pretty good fucking poster.
See,
you know
Scott,
what you could do?
Scott, beta males will hang posters like that, okay?
You know what you can do now? You can take an image, right? And you go on Amazon and you type in custom T-shirts.
Yeah.
Right? And you can have a one-of-a-kind T-shirt made. If you upload the image, right, and it's within the parameters of the size, and you can have it, and it's like, I don't know, $27 to have a one-of-a-kind T-shirt made. And they come out pretty fucking good.
Or you can go get those Avery things that you iron on your T-shirt.
How do you get those?
They go through your printer. You go to any craft store, and so
but it's only
Perry,
an 8.5 by 11.
Perry had a Houses of the Holy T-shirt, and he's got a couple that he made that way, and you print them, and they're thermal, so you just put it and you do with the iron on, and it's not going to last forever.
But they're only, like I said, they're only 8.5. You can't get unless you have a big printer to make. That'd be good for a medium shirt.
Look on the T-shirt. See this size? Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah, I don't know.
Mark poo-pooed again. I see where this is going.
All right, Mark, give me a poo-poo album. How's that?
I'll turn it into trivia. What's the first album ever released on Swan Song, not by Led Zeppelin?
That would be Bad Company, Bad
There
Company.
you go.
Mm-hmm.
There you
Yeah.
go. 1,
I
2.
see. I know things.
1, 2, 3.
I know things. I'm not stupid. I'm smart.
We know
Not
you are.
stupid like you guys always say. I'm smart and I want respect.
I don't say you're stupid.
Oh, but you don't disagree either.
I know. I say you're smart. I'm saying I don't say you're stupid.
In other words, as Lou nods over to the window
Nodding in the
next to
wrong
him with his
direction.
head.
This guy's a dumb shit, you know.
Hey,
I hate him, you know.
hey, Lou's pointing at you.
Yeah, the wrong way.
It's like Hollywood Squares. He's pointing at the square to his
I'm
left.
doing it too. Hey, Lou, shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Anyway, Bad Company has one of my favorite songs of theirs. It wasn't a hit, but Seagull. Remember that song?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Seagull,
Yeah.
fly. Yeah, that's a pretty good song, man.
In the sky.
The whole album just flows. It's a great album.
Yeah. Yep.
So it's got that's got Can't Get Enough of Your Love on it.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
Okay,
That was,
I mean-
didn't we talk about that last week?
Oh God.
If I hear that fucking song again.
Yep. Or play in a band.
yeah, but seeing Christopher Walken dance to it in Wayne's World was classic.
Who's up?
Lou.
Think-
Leo.
John Lennon, Walls and Bridges.
Good album.
Yeah, you've been listening to that, Mark. I mean, that's the one I think he doesn't like. I think that most fans are kind of down on that record. That's considered kind of almost slumpy for him.
Yeah. I
But
don't know. I'm
It's got
in
Power to the
hindsight-
People. No, what's it got on it?
In hindsight, at
gotta
my
be.
age, I'm starting to really appreciate it. So it's got Going Down on Love.
Whatever gets it through the night. Okay.
There's another one on there. Number 9 Dreams on there.
Is it really? No,
I do
really?
like that song.
Okay, yeah.
It's good. I'm liking all his albums from the 70s now. I'm
So
revisiting them.
it's got 2 big John Lennon hits on it.
Yeah.
One is the number 1, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of good songs on it. But compared to the rest of his catalog, yeah,
Sounds like it's
I
better
was-
than I thought it was. Though.
he was trying to have hits like Paul was, and he couldn't get them, you know?
No. Didn't have it in him.
Did he produce it?
Yeah, I believe he did. But it sounded suspiciously like a Phil Spector production. You know, he
does,
kind of
yeah.
was influenced. Yeah, no, he produced it. Yeah.
Is he a better band member than a solo artist, do you think?
Yes, in some ways.
Right.
If he
Has
didn't
anybody
go,
ever said that, though? I know.
He did.
I mean, I'm not saying I'm groundbreaking here, but how many people ever said he's a better band member than he is a solo artist?
I think he needed Paul more than Paul
That
needed
Paul
him.
needed him, exactly.
Paul actually any band in the '60s would have been blessed to have Paul McCartney just as a bass player.
Yeah.
You know, he was really that good.
Yes.
Lennon said he never would have made a solo as a guitarist. He goes, I don't. So he was kind of admitting that, you know, if he didn't had the Beatles, he kind of who knows what would have happened to Lennon.
Would have been nobody. He would have been nobody.
Could have very well been a nobody.
Yeah,
you know?
he would have been a nobody. He wrote songs with Paul McCartney,
Yeah.
who was the true
And
genius in the group.
right, but what he did, I mean, he wrote some of those early blockbuster hits are mostly Lennon though. Help, I Want to Hold Your Hand. So he had the writing ability, but I think if he hadn't teamed up, it would not have mattered, you know.
Right.
Ringo would have been the greatest drummer in the world anyway.
Who's up? Me?
Yeah.
1974. My band, my boys, my funksters, the Ohio Players, came out with Skin Tight. Down, down, down.
Yeah.
Down, 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 down. Skin Tight. Down, 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 down.
Who was their bass player?
I don't know. Listen to the songs on this. So you had Skin Tight, the Streaking Cheek to Cheek, right? Skin Tight is 7 minutes 52 seconds. Streaking Cheek to Cheek, 5 minutes 43 seconds. It's Your Night in Words of Love, 7 minutes 58 seconds. That's side 1, 3 songs. Side 2, Jive Turkey, right? 7 minutes 9 seconds. Heaven Must Be Like This, 7 minutes 18 seconds. And Is Anybody Gonna Be Saved, 4 minutes 56 seconds. All of those songs are at least double the average song on an album.
Yeah.
So 4 minutes, 5 minutes, a 5-minute song is their smallest song.
Yeah.
I don't know why I can't get the words out for that. 6 songs on the album. They just jammed.
Yeah, they but the radio played
Skin Tight?
They played Skin Tight.
Yeah, radio edit probably cut it down to 2 minutes. You know?
Yeah, I guess
I don't think they were playing a
Hotel
7-minute
California
50.
hadn't. Yeah.
You know? I don't think there were record companies wouldn't put out a 7-minute song.
No, they put out Stairway to Heaven.
Well, that's an anomaly.
Although, I mean, there was freeform radio in the 70s too. A lot of it was freeform still.
So what are those?
Those
Those are
the
kind of
7
like
minute
what,
might have made the
independent stations, these college radio, not on
even
any
the major
mainstream.
stations in New York. I mean, if you had your own playlist, but I'm not. I just don't know if I've ever heard a truncated version of that.
Right.
But wasn't listening for it.
Well, it's something to look up and prove you wrong.
Yes.
Well,
Maybe.
Lou,
Maybe.
the bass player.
Maybe not. Okay, big head Todd.
Big head Lou.
Big head Lou.
Big-headed Leo.
Entertain
Leo.
me.
By the way, the bass player for Ohio Jones was Marshall Rock Jones.
Ohio players.
You know when they formed in 1959?
Wow.
Did you say Ohio Express? Like
No,
yummy,
Ohio
yummy, yummy.
players. Jesus Christ.
Didn't Ohio players do yummy, yummy, yummy? They should have. They should. Wilson Pickett could do sugar. Sugar. Why couldn't they do that?
What happened to my thing?
He did that System of a Down song, Sugar?
Fucking hate them.
I like the guy when he talks. He could tell he's very lucid. He's a very smart guy, but yeah, when he sings, it's like
Yeah, very untalented singer.
better book and interviewer. He's very, very, very smart guy.
Yeah.
Didn't he do a version of like Bridge Over Troubled Water with an orchestra?
Yeah, he sings like nothing like with System of a Down. He can actually sing.
Yeah.
Right.
But then when he's like, it's like corny the stuff he does with System of a Down.
He's got those things sticking out of his lip too. Like a lot of air gets through there when you're singing.
Ugh, I know. All right. So we had Rush put out their debut out that year. So we also had Judas Priest put out their debut. It was called Rock-a-Rolla. Sounds nothing like them now. It was a bluesy hard rock album, typical Upper Midlands band. And I have, it's special to me. I like it. It's good. It's a good album.
All right. Luke?
And yeah.
Ray Manzarek, The Golden Scarab.
Oh, Jesus.
I just made an
Golden
ass of
scab.
myself.
Just call it's a golden scab.
That's what I thought it was when I saw it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even bother listening to it. I just thought it was amusing when I saw it.
Yeah.
It sounds like a title he would have.
1974, this was peak Bowie. Diamond Dogs.
Yep.
Yeah.
As they pulled you out of the oxygen tent, you asked for the latest party.
Yeah.
With your suicide hump and your 10-inch stomp. Yeah. Loved that fucking album. Loved it.
So my daughter was a Bowie fan from the age of like 12. And so when I would
I
put
can
Diamond
relate.
Dogs, when I would put Diamond Dogs on in the car and that howl would come at the beginning, she would go like this, yay, yay.
Yeah. Absolutely, man.
Yeah.
Great album. I mean, fucking let me get the track listing on this. And that was his homage to 1984. The estate of George Orwell wouldn't let him do an album based on 1984 or called 19. He did a song called 1984.
Yeah.
So you got Future Legend, right? That's where he does that little, fleas the size of rats, suck on rats the size of cats, and 10,000 peopleoids walking the streets. Does that little lead up to Diamond Dogs. Then Sweet Thing, one of my favorite songs.
Yeah.
Sweet Thing on David Live at the Tower. I fucking love that. Yeah. I love it, man. And the slow build in it. Candidate, then he does Sweet Thing reprise, Rebel Rebel, Rock and Roll with Me, We Are Dead, 1984, Big Brother, and then the last song is Chant of the Ever Circling Skeletal Family. Just a great album, man.
I consider it a progressive album.
Oh yeah. It was definitely a big departure from what he had done before. But
is this the one where he played most of the guitar on?
I'm not sure. I know he did play the guitar on that.
I think
He played saxophone too. He played saxophone on I think it was 1984.
If there's any sax, I think it was always him, right? He always did his own sax.
Yeah.
On Modern Love?
No, I don't know.
probably
Not at least.
He's
in
not the
concert.
greatest sax. Yeah, he's not the greatest sax player, but he did play.
Yeah. But Sweet Thing on David Live at the Tower, I fucking love that.
That's how I heard it first. I heard it that way before I heard.
Yeah, and off the album though, it's fucking really good too. That's why I listened to it, and I was like, I thought I wasn't big on the live thing. I'm never really big on live, but
Live albums or
live albums. They some people love them. Dave Phillips, King of the 45, loves live albums. Jack loves live albums.
I love live albums, but I hate a live album. Remember his second live album called Stage, where they fade out the cheering in between songs? Why do it that way? Just have it go from song to song.
Yeah,
I like
it was probably done. It was studioized.
Yeah,
That's
maybe,
what it
or
was.
it's just he might, David. Everything
Trying to be, let's be different.
But
you also hear like there's so much overdubbing after the fact stuff.
all live albums, very few excuses. All live albums are just like massively overdubbed.
I heard that the band's Last Waltz album, it was everyone had to overdub their parts again except for Levon Helm.
Well, you see Rick Danko playing bass; he's all over the neck.
I
think he's hitting all these wrong notes. He's just like.
I think he was his style was like that too. He's a very hyperactive guy.
But then you hear what you're hearing coming out of the speaker is boom, 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 boom.
Right.
Oh, by the way,
let's do one more round, Mark.
David Bowie did play all the guitars on that album. So.
Okay.
Okay.
One more round.
If we have one more pick, God damn it. Okay, I'm going to go with my favorite live album. Welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends, ladies and gentlemen. Emerson, Lake and Palmer. From that impossible brain salad surgery tour, where I really thought they sped up the master tape, because if you listen to that, they said nope, they were just on.
Oh, there it is. Welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends. Lou.
Rufus, Rags to Rufus. With last week, you decide, you make the call. Tell me something good was on that record.
Yeah, man.
That's a great song.
Yeah. Let's finish this up with...
I do want to give one honorable mention.
Yeah, go ahead while I'm looking for this one.
Okay, so remember the smell of... Remember in the 70s, you'd have the room with the black light, the carpet that felt like it hadn't been vacuumed in a few years.
Yeah.
And the smell of cigarette butts and all that.
Yeah.
So the ultimate album for that, Bridge of Sighs, Robin Trower. That was the ultimate.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
Lava Lamps.
Yeah, it was. That was.
Yeah. Great album.
74, the Stones come out with...
It's Only Rock and Roll.
It's Only Rock and Roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The last album with Mick Taylor.
Yep. It has If You Can't Rock Me, Ain't Too Proud to Beg. It's Only Rock and Roll, but I like it. Till the next goodbye. Time Waits for No One. A Luxury. Dance Little Sister. If You Really Want to Be My Friend, Short and Curlies, and Fingerprint File. Mick Taylor, yep.
Who played drums on It's Only Rock and Roll, the song?
Kenny Jones.
You are correct.
There you go.
Where was it recorded?
In some chateau in the south of France.
Nope, that was recorded in Ron Wood's home studio. They were actually kind of auditioning him at that point.
Auditioning Kenny Jones?
No, Ron Wood.
Ron Wood.
Yeah, they all came up. So it was not recorded.
Yeah.
It's strange, you know.
That was after Faces, right?
Yeah.
Didn't Mick Taylor go to Faces?
Why did they get Ronnie Wood?
I don't think so.
No.
Can Ronnie Wood do that stuff that Mick Taylor could do?
No. He's a great player. He really is on his own. His slide playing is stellar. He plays, but he's not Mick Taylor. But Ronnie Wood had the image. Mick Taylor always just stood in the back, had his head down. Ron Wood was out there. He had the spike
rock
in the
star.
air, you know? Yeah.
Rock star, yeah.
They did go after Jeff Beck. That would not have worked out.
Of course not.
No.
It's like having Hendrix in your band. It's just,
Yeah.
All right, before we get to movies, it's time for You Make the Call.
Before we do that, can we make mention of one thing, though? I listened to Billboard's the top songs. I was starting listening to the top songs of 74. There is a lot of just that depressing stuff. I mean,
there is.
Those horrible songs.
Pop fucking
That's why
bubblegum.
I sent you guys Seasons in the Sun. I forgot half the lyrics, and I just like, every knife in the house was on.
Goodbye, mama. Said goodbye.
I got one of those my shaver. I'm trying to just hurt myself.
It's a razor blade song.
That's the party when he's got the electric razor.
Is that strum burned into your brain forever? Down, 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 down.
It's, just that alone, it's so dreadful.
As soon as you hear that, you think bad thoughts. Like,
yeah. But it made me feel good about myself.
Down, 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 down. It's like I'm gonna tell you something fucked up. Then I'm gonna go down, 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 and you know something's worse is coming. And then I'm gonna do it again, down, 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 down. And now your mother's dead, everybody's dead, the whole family's dead,
and he's dying.
Yeah, and he's dying. Oh, what the fuck?
While the birds are singing in the sky.
Yeah.
Who sang it?
Terry Jacks.
I sent you the video.
Yeah.
Okay, Lou's favorite intro. We ready?
Jesus.
Oh shit. Hey,
that's fucking using YouTube. You got to go to Spotify.
I hate
That means nothing good is coming when you hear that. I think if you're about to break bad news to somebody, I think from now on you should just pull that up and just hold it up and go down, 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 and they're like, "Get ready."
I see two shoes.
Preparatory command.
I see two shoes walking down a dark alley, walking, and then someone gets shot.
Someone's gonna break up with you or something, and just listen to this first.
Yeah. All right, it's time for You Make the Call, 1983 edition.
83.
Yeah, I jumped up. I didn't want to do 74 anymore. Sick of 74. If 74 was a 45, I'd break it right now.
Oh, God. Here we go again.
All right, Mark, you make the call.
Yeah.
Billie Jean or Every Breath You Take? Desert Island playlist. Billie Jean or Every Breath You Take?
I got to go with Billie Jean. That drum track is classic. And it's a classic pop song.
Okay.
Jeff Beccaro.
All right.
I don't want to be in a desert island and hear that Police song. It's a great song, but that's done to death as well. Billie Jean's a great song, and it sounds fresh.
Okay.
Louis Johnson on bass. Yeah.
Lou just gave the American Bandstand answer. Sounds fresh.
Yeah, sounds fresh. You can dance to it.
Just gave that fucking American Bandstand generic answer.
Lou from Park Ridge says
you can do.
Sounds fresh. I like to dance to it.
And you can actually pole dance on the lone palm tree on your island.
Boy. Oh no! This motherfucker! Oh no! I knew we should have ended this show fucking early. It's Jack, everybody.
Wait. Where's Todd? Todd's happy now.
I don't know how this is going to go. The internet connection is lousy. I'm coming to you live from the Hyatt Regency, literally in the Orlando International Airport.
Sorry, Jack, we can't have you. Nice try. Thanks for coming on. What the fuck is that?
How do I shut it off?
What's up, Jack?
How are you?
Doing good. How are you?
Good.
Yeah.
Where are you? What's your location?
Todd, Big Head Todd the Wet Sprocket says, now we have a show. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. Patty Yossi says, hi, Jack.
Hi,
Jack. Get it? He's going to the airport. Hi, Jack.
Guys, look behind me. I'm in the hotel room with a busted DeLorean.
Yeah, your audio is fucking horrible, but
I know.
He's just faded out after look behind me.
You said that's a DeLorean?
I said, look behind me. This is the hotel room where they busted DeLorean.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Hey, what are you eating tonight, Jack? It's not an egg and English muffin sandwich, and it's not a tuna fish sandwich. What are you eating tonight?
Well, believe it or not,
Yeah.
The restaurant here at the Hyatt in the International Orlando, or the Orlando International Airport, has a fantastic sushi restaurant.
Well,
But it's not like a good cheeseburger at Denny's in Palm Springs. So
Oh God.
that's all I'm going to say about that.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a great sushi restaurant where you're paying fucking $47 for a roll. Yeah.
Expensive.
I'm not paying for anything.
There you go. There you go.
There you go. That's
He
a
said-
win.
He said more sushi. I said more everything.
More everything. Yeah. Okay, Jack, you just came in at the right time. You make the call. Billie Jean or Every Breath You Take? Desert
Billie
Island
Jean.
playlist. Desert
Billie
Island
Jean.
playlist. Billie Jean? I
Yeah.
think we have a general consensus there.
Yeah,
I think we
yeah.
have general
Every
consensus.
breath you take was a B-side for the Police, in my opinion.
Right. Compared to what else they did, yeah. But it was their biggest hit. So how do you explain that?
Yeah, it was their biggest hit because it crossed over into people that were not big Police fans. It was a
Right.
middle of the road, safe, contemporary, lame, uninspiring, just not a great song. Sorry.
That Sting got all the credit for when Andy Summers is the one that created the riff for that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Sting
his
gave
fault.
gave him a credit, but not a writing credit.
Yeah.
And Stuart Copeland
Yeah, 'cause
never
it-
forgave
because-
him for that. Actually, he
Be-
still
because Sting can't part with any additional money given his $900 million that he's worth right now. Asshole.
well. There was I've referenced this interview with Stuart Copeland before where he says. Well, it was with Sting, and they said, Stuart Copeland says that, you and the money and every breath you take, and you didn't have, and how you were greedy or something, whatever the gist of it was. And he says, yeah, as he yells at me from his castle in England,
Yeah. Well, I mean, what? Look, not for nothing, but what is Andy Summers worth?
he's got to be worth at least a couple $100 million.
Yeah. So you know what you
I would think.
you take it on the chin
Yeah.
with every breath you take for everything else that Sting brought to your life.
Yeah. He I think
did write Mother on Synchronicity.
Collaborations happen, and sometimes they don't. Like you put your artistic integrity, and sometimes you don't even get a bottle of hot sauce.
Right.
You didn't get
Fuck
one
that
either?
hot sauce.
You didn't get one either? But Lou's right. Lou had a good point.
Ties with that.
Lou had a good point. Andy Summers wrote Mother. That's a classic song.
Mother.
Yeah.
I think Jose Feliciano's version he sang to Sting
Oh
with the
my
Kennedy
God.
Senator Honors.
Oh my god!
Oh my God.
I think it's great.
The look on Sting's face is fucking priceless.
It's like, how, is this over yet?
Why did you fucking give Jose Feliciano that song? Okay,
Yeah,
any police song.
You might as well take that Jose Feliciano version and just play it with the planes flying into the two towers. It was just
Sure.
Oh my God, that's about right.
Not bad.
just a disaster, man.
That's
Mark
about
and Perry
right,
told me
man.
about it. I watched it. I'm like, it's like, ooh. And I was just watching Sting. I was enjoying his discomfort though.
It
Yeah,
started.
that's the Chuck Berry discomfort with Yoko Ono. It
Oh,
was
yeah.
just the look on the face. The look on the face said it all.
That video's like a disease because Perry called me one night. He's like, don't watch this. I just sent this to you. And I look at it. I'm like, holy shit. Then Lou sees it. Then it
Jose
spreads, you know?
Feliciano has never been more popular than when he put out some great music,
I
but he
thought
was
he-
never more popular than that YouTube
I
video.
thought he peaked with Chico and the Man.
He couldn't adjust his singing and playing because he couldn't see Sting's reaction.
Okay, moving on. Okay, Jack, you make the call. Man-Eater or Land? This is the 1983 edition. Man-Eater or Land Down Under? Desert Island playlist.
So this isn't what you're looking for, but Land Down Under is more iconic to the era.
Yeah.
Man-Eater is a better song.
Okay, there's no wrong answers here. Like I can't. There's no arguing. It's your Desert Island playlist. So that's the good thing about
Well,
this.
neither of those songs would be on my Desert Island playlist.
Really?
And maybe Sand Eater.
Mark, Man-Eater or Land Down Under?
I'm going to go with the one that was less overplayed, in my opinion. And I got to go with Down Under only because even though it was overplayed, it was a very unique song. And I've heard so many covers of it with alternate lyrics. So I'm going to go with that. And I think the reason I'm going with it is the video for Maneater was horrible. Just disturbing to watch, sweaty.
There was this girl that we grew up with, and her name was Juanita, and we say she's a Juanita. Lou?
I was watching Conan O'Brien one night, and they did a thing called Around the World with Maneater, and it was Maneater sung in every language you can imagine. And I don't want to. So I'll pick Down Under. I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't. That's another song. I just don't.
You have to give Down Under a little bit of credit for introducing the world to Vegemite.
Oh yeah, isn't that what that song is mostly famous for? Is a Vegemite sandwich?
And it had a flute.
So evidently, it's like their version of haggis.
Yeah.
Well, no.
It's vegetable.
It's like a yeast strain thing. It's in a tube.
Bread.
Yeah, it's not good from what I understand.
Or in a jar. You know, in England they have Marmite. In Australia they have Vegemite.
Yeah.
I've been to Australia a handful of times and I tried it. That's fine.
It's like vegetarian.
It's not haggis.
No, I'm saying it's their version of that in the sense that people are like, that's fucking gross.
Well, it is
not all
gross.
Scotsmen eat fucking haggis.
Have you ever had haggis? It's actually pretty good.
Do you ever have blood sausage? Do you ever have blood sausage?
Oh yeah, many times.
It's fucking not that good. I tried it recently. I was like,
So as a
it's
man,
like a weird taste.
Is it sanguine?
You live in Florida. You're not going to get good blood sausages.
Fucking them Latins love that shit, man. Fucking Latins love that shit.
That's how
it was at a Latin restaurant. Yeah. It's like,
blood sausage.
Look, you're talking to a guy that spent his whole life believing he was mostly Irish, and when I did my ancestry, I found out I was a majority Scottish. So I say I've had haggis, and I'm going to eat it again because it's in my blood. No pun intended.
But by the way, I'm not doing that whole like 23andMe or any of that stuff. So there's a guy that I work with. He's like, I'm Italian. He did 23andMe. He found out he was 49% Italian and 51% French. So every time he comes in my office, I'm like, bonjour.
Hey, Jack, you know how much Irish I was?
How much?
3%.
Oh,
I was like,
God.
whoa.
3%.
No,
Yeah,
because
3%.
that's my
of your
saving
body.
grace. I'm
That's
Scottish.
3% of your body. I'm going to go with, I have to go and land down on another general consensus on this one. All right, Jack, you make the call. Movie soundtrack edition, 1983. Maniac, or What a Feeling. Maniac or What a Feeling.
No, this one's not even close for me. It's definitely Maniac. It's a better song in my opinion, and her dancing around. Oh my
so the
God.
video, I was gonna say, don't base it on the video. Which, by the way, come to find out,
that was someone else's legs, I think.
Yeah, it is. Come to find out, though,
Don't
all
care.
that shit that they were doing is so fucking bad for you. Like physically, they were like, after a while, they broke it down. They're like, that shit isn't good for you. It's not good for your joints, not good for your muscles, not good for your tendons.
I'm glad that I avoided moving that fast for so long.
Exactly. You did the right thing, Jack. You did the right thing. Mark, What a Feeling or Maniac?
I'll probably have. I don't really like either one. I'll have to go with What a Feeling because it's got a melody I can actually.
Well, there you go. Yeah, see,
there's
no
Maniac,
wrong answers here.
Maniac to me, that's the drum, the electronic drum sound I don't like. Bam, bam.
The electronic drum that was created by a guitarist, as I showed you that video.
Mark, which of the two songs would you like to have Metallica cover?
Oh, Maniac.
Maniac.
Yeah. Or System of a Down. Maniac.
Maniac. Lou?
I think Maniac because it spawned the fashion craze that would destroy Billy Squier's career.
How can I follow that? How the fuck can I follow that? Bravo, Lou.
I think he borrowed the outfit.
I can't. I don't even have to answer this one. Yeah,
that poor guy.
Lou just answered it for me. If I even was going to go the other way, I decided now to change my mind. Fucking Lou.
Take me in your arms.
The style that destroyed Billy Squire's career.
The video killed the radio star.
The video killed Billy Squire. Yeah. Jack. Hungry Like the Wolf or Sweet Dreams?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
Yeah.
That's a tough one.
Hungry Like the Wolf or Sweet Dreams?
I like both of them.
Yep.
But I think I would have to go with Sweet Dreams, just because I think it's a little dark, as you know, covered by Marilyn Manson.
That's a great version, by the way. That's a great version.
And I just love and adore and had a little thing for Annie Lennox.
I did too. Yeah.
Beautiful.
In an odd
beautiful
way.
She
song.
was amazingly beautiful.
Oddly beautiful.
Underrated beauty. A very underrated beauty.
And just a fantastic singer.
Great mouth. Annie Lennox
She had
has
a
a
good mouth.
great mouth.
She had a good
Here we go
mouth.
with the mouth thing.
She
Better than
does.
Sheryl Crow.
It's better than Sheryl Crow's. Yeah, Annie Lennox
Okay.
has a great mouth. She really does.
Well, how about Lizzo?
What's this picking on Lizzo? Leave
I
her
don't know.
Fuck
alone.
Lizzo. Jack, I'm not even gonna. Mark, just answer the question. Let's not go down the Lizzo lane. No, Mark, what's the answer?
You went down that lane.
I ended it. Hungry Like the Wolf or
All
Sweet
right.
Dreams?
So, listen, I'm just gonna tell you this. I was 14 years old when these songs came out. I was lucky if I could catch the Jim at school that had a porno mag in his locker. Otherwise, I didn't see anything. But when Hungry Like the Wolf had a woman having an orgasm on the outro to fade out.
Is that what it was?
But
was
on
an
top
orgasm?
of that,
Is that what your interpretation of that was?
yeah. Well, when you're 14, everything's like that.
Everything's an orgasm.
But no, I'm a huge, I was a metalhead, but I always liked Duran Duran, Prince and Duran Duran that year, 84, whatever. So yeah, I'm going with Hungry Like the Wolf.
All right, Lou.
I'm going with Sweet Dreams because I hadn't heard it in a long time, and I heard it in the last 6 months, and I really listened. It's an amazing composition.
It is.
It is. Yeah.
It's a very deep song, and it's definitely darker, that's for sure, Jack. But, yeah, great song. And she's amazing.
They were an interesting band that had such a bigger, like we've talked about this ad nauseum on this show. Those bands that were just bigger in either Europe or the rest of the world. And the Eurythmics had success in the United States, but not like, elsewhere. They were massive. They were just absolutely huge.
Right.
And they had a sophistication about them that I really admired.
Yeah. They were both very technical in what they did. They were very they worked in good unison with each other.
What a great keyboard sound on that intro.
Yeah.
And I'm an ELP guy, so I'm hearing the keyboards and loving it.
Yeah.
And,
Dave Stewart. Does he get enough credit?
No,
Dave Stewart?
No, I don't think so.
No. He's done so much besides the Eurythmics.
Didn't he produce the Southern Accents record, Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers?
He did, yeah.
Right.
And
Denovich, the AI, says, I'd like to hear Dylan sing Sweet Dreams.
Who am I to
What
kiss
the
me? Around the world in the 7 seas.
Jesus Christ.
Everybody's got something.
I'm hungry like the wolf.
You can do it all.
I'm hungry like the wolf.
Or the more recent Bob Dylan.
Really? She's a maniac.
But by the way, because he's got it up there a couple of times, Todd, yes, I did get your email, and I appreciated it very, very much. Thank you for taking the time.
The fuck's he sending you he never sends me a fucking email.
He asked me.
Oh, I don't want to know.
Yeah.
I don't want to fucking know.
All right, I'll leave it
that
there.
mother
Todd,
he betrayed. He's a Judas. He's a fucking Judas.
He's a good guy. One of the more intelligent people that I know.
You don't know him very well. Okay, Jack, just because you said that the Marilyn Manson version of Sweet Dreams If you've never seen the video, you got to watch the video for that. It's fucking bizarre. It's fucking bizarre. Nobody made videos better than Marilyn Manson. Nobody made videos better than him.
When the allegations against Marilyn Manson came out, they were like, "Yeah. You didn't think that was coming? Like you're gonna connect with Marilyn Manson. You didn't think that you were gonna be mistreated in some way, shape, or form." I started dating Jeffrey Dahmer, and he kept chewing on my arm. What an asshole!
Did you ever see his version of "Tainted Love"? Did you ever see that video?
No.
Oh, dude. You gotta fucking watch that tonight. Marilyn Manson's version of "Tainted Love." It's fucking great.
My homework list.
Todd Stockman says I don't have to do anything you tell me to do.
I'm fucking telling you to do it. Watch that video. It's fucking great version of that song, too.
Lou, I love the rose in the foreground.
See?
Thank you.
See, Lou? See?
I love that. I think that's awesome.
My Sunday morning gig, it was Mother's Day, so they gave all the women roses, and someone said, "Well, why can't the men get a rose?"
I mean, it's not.
What the fuck is that, Mark?
It's not as good as Mark's ball scratcher.
Yeah, really.
It's like, does that to cup your balls and scratch you from under? What the fuck is
I'm
that?
jealous.
That paw.
Everyone's looking at Lou's rose, so I want something in the corner. I want my ball scratched.
You're breaking out your S&M toys now.
Look at this thing, baby.
Really?
Look at this.
What kind of movies your father take you to?
Guys, this is the back scratcher I used on Carl Palmer. I cupped one of Keith Emerson's balls with it.
With this ball cupper.
I never had my favorite singer's balls on my neck. So.
Oh, man. Well, that's right. That's right.
He specified. He said neck. He said neck. Nothing else.
Jack, you make the call. Twilight Zone or Eddie Grant's Electric Avenue?
Oof.
Don't sleep on Electric Avenue, by the way. Don't sleep on that song.
But I will tell you, so Electric Avenue, early days of MTV, dreadfully overplayed.
Oh, yeah.
Twilight Zone, kind of early days of MTV, dreadfully overplayed.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Eddie Grant.
Electric Avenue.
I'm going to go with Eddie Rabbit, Electric Avenue.
I love a rainy
I'm going to go with Eddie Van Halen's Electric Avenue.
Yeah.
Mark?
I think Twilight Zone is the most pedestrian lyrics I've ever heard. Help, I've fallen in. Even when I was a teenager, I'm like, what the fuck is this song? Dun, 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 dun. It's just dumb. Electric Avenue, I actually like those keyboard sounds, those sick, analog, distorted keyboard sounds. And it's a good song. I can still listen to it.
Lou?
I say Eddie Grant because it reminds me of Howard Stern's early his AM radio show. He used to play that.
Yeah.
Also, I just
WNBC.
Same thing with the Golden Earring. I don't want to hear all 8 minutes of it or how long it was.
So Twilight Zone gave Golden Earring one of those rare air privileges of having a number one hit in 2 different decades.
Yeah.
Who cares?
It got them a number. I mean, they did.
Twilight Zone.
But I'm going with Electric Avenue just because of the uniqueness of that song.
And the video
in the video. But it's Electric Avenue. You know what that is, right? You know where that is. In Jamaica, that's a fucked up street in Jamaica.
On the dark side of town.
Yeah, it's really a fucked up street. Or it was back in the day.
So it
in
was
Jamaica. It
explained
was their
to me
version of like, I don't know, it was like fucking going into it was bad area. Yeah. But
my soulmate from the hospital, my brother from a different mother, Mike, he's from Jamaica, and he explained that whole song to me, and I was like, really?
Yeah, it's not a happy place.
Didn't Eddie Grant do Romance on the Stone?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. So you know.
Is Radar Love by Golden Earring? Is that another? That's a long song also.
But Radar Love is Radar Love. I don't think
it's a better song. It's a better
song.
a
much better song.
It's a better song.
It's not a 3-minute song though, is it? Or is it
no, it's like a 5-minute song.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
every now and again, you pull out a nugget from the past that is just like nostalgic in that you get into it, right? So we're talking about like the early days of MTV. My wife, Deb, and she was the one that kind of resurrected the song.
Excuse
you
me, the
remember this
beautiful
song?
Deb. You're supposed to say
The beautiful Deb.
You
absolutely.
usually see when you were a regular. Yeah. Anyways, go on. Anyways.
Anyway, do you guys remember? Do you remember the old MTV days when they used to play "On the Loose" by Saga?
Yeah.
Oh, Saga's a great band.
Oh my God, that
Now.
song is
Tonight,
Wow.
we're
like
on
I
the
didn't
loose,
really.
loose.
I didn't really appreciate that song back in the day, but I love that song now.
Wow.
They're a great- I saw them-
Saga.
I saw them open for Rush 2 times. Great band live.
With Steve
That's
Negus
cool.
on drums.
Who?
Steve Negus.
Yeah.
You can't
I'll
say that.
tell you,
I won't say that on this show. I say a
For-
lot. but
for
I won't
all
say
of
that.
Dave Phillips said it last week about Blazing Saddles.
Wait,
I'll tell you,
dollar signs.
for all of the 3 listeners that are watching the show right now, you guys should listen to Saga on the Loose. It's a great song. It's a great treadmill song.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
Yeah. But is it Aldo Nova? Life is just a fantasy. That's
Oh,
all I'm
boy.
saying about that.
Yeah. I saw Aldo Nova open for BOC.
Jack,
yeah.
did we see
DLC.
Aldo Nova open for somebody? Do you
we
remember?
did.
Yes.
We definitely
If we
saw
did-
Aldo Nova open for somebody. I can't remember who
Yeah,
it was.
I vaguely life is. Hey, listen, life is just a fantasy is a fucking great song.
Life is just a fantasy.
It's such it encompasses that 80s, even the video with the fucking bad CGI,
Yeah.
the bad special effects, the
Yeah.
guitar shooting the laser. How cool was that though? How
Ace
fucking
Frehley
cool
didn't-
was that? He
Ace
gets out
Frehley
of the
didn't have
helicopter.
lasers.
Huh?
Ace Frehley didn't have lasers on his guitar.
No, I saw them in Colin. Ace Frehley had that fucking thing that shot out of his guitar. It was a string, of course. And it went up and blew his guitar up in the top of the arena. And it was a great show. Did you
You
know
guys remember-
Aldo Nova is Bon Jovi's cousin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jack, do you remember the early MTV novelty videos? Like Dog Police, the contests?
Oh, sure.
Or Fish Heads by, was it Bill Mooney's band?
Fish heads,
Yeah.
fish
Fish-
heads,
Barnes
tiny,
and
tiny
Barnes.
fish heads.
It was entertaining back then.
Yeah.
Well, you know, we talked about
Police.
like a lot of people don't know. You know, the early days of MTV, they did not have enough videos to actually run that
Yeah.
show 24 hours.
But we
They would
watched
go.
it.
They would go off the air for 15 minutes or a half hour at a time.
Yeah.
A lot of Pat Benatar. A lot of Pat
Yeah,
Benatar.
sure.
All right, Jack, you make the call. Come on, Eileen, or She Blinded Me with Science. It's 1983. Come on,
I think,
Eileen. or
Come
Blinded
on,
Me with
Eileen.
Science. Really?
I love them both.
Yeah.
But Come On, Eileen, I think is a little bit more iconic, and I like that song a little bit better. It swings more.
All right. Mark?
She Blinded Me with Science. My only complaint about She Blinded Me with Science, it's funny that you actually said it because it almost kind of segues from what Lou was just talking about. She Blinded Me with Science is almost kind of a novelty tune. Almost.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Again, there's no wrong answers here. There's no, Mark?
She Blinded Me was iconic. Great song, but Come On, Eileen. Even when I was a kid, I noticed you got this 3-minute single, and they have 2 different time beats. Like it gets slow, and then it gets back fast. Oh man, Come On, Eileen. The different ways they could say Come On, Eileen. Come on, Eileen. Come on,
These
Eileen.
dynamics.
Oh man, great song. I'm going with Come On, Eileen. And Eileen, another good friend of mine. So there you go. It's for you,
By
Eileen.
the way, Kevin Rowland, great voice.
Yeah. Yeah.
The worst
He
solo
was
album cover
very
of all
good
time.
singer.
He's got one of the worst solo album covers. He's basically in really bad drag.
Yeah, that's not good.
It's so bad. It's terrible. It's not even good drag.
Lou?
I'll tell you, career-wise, Thomas Dolby by a mile.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
career-wise,
He did
he's
some great
he's
stuff.
brilliant. He's just
That
brilliant.
what was that album? Human Nature,
It's
right?
hot sauce.
Human Nature was like one of the first
Howard
CDs.
Jones.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm
Waiting-
confusing him again. Yeah, I'm sorry. I always do that.
Yeah.
Waiting for a Girl Like You, Foreigner. He's playing the keyboards, I think,
Yes.
on that record.
Yes, he is Thomas Dolby. Yeah.
But I'm taking Thomas Dolby over Dexter. I never liked that song too much. It never did anything for me.
Well, you went with the
But
drum
I
machine.
agree with
song.
Jack. I think Blinded by Science. It's definitely kind of novelty. It's goofy.
So
Yeah. I always like off that same record. One of our submarines is missing.
One of our submarines is missing. I love that song.
Yeah, me
I
too.
love that song. An underplayed song by him.
Yep.
A lot of people didn't understand the lyrics on "Come On, Eileen." And I don't know if you've ever looked at them, but he says, "At this moment, you mean everything. You in that dress, my thoughts I confess, verge on dirty," right? Then he moves down to, "Oh, come on, let's take off everything. Pretty red dress," right? He's basically like trying to break her down.
That's so he could wear her underwear for his album cover.
Yeah. It's kind of a creeper song. And if you see the video, he's following her around, and he's.
How does he reference?
It would definitely get canceled in today's society. That video would be fucking totally canceled.
And he's wearing overalls with no shirt underneath. That's like totally. Come on. You know.
Yeah, they were some
People hear
grubby
that.
motherfuckers, weren't they?
In that song, he was the aggressor, where the other one, she was the aggressor, trying to blind him, with science.
Yeah, Miss South America, you're beautiful.
Yeah.
But no other song, I don't know, there's not many songs that came out, even today, that have just one iconic word that we've all said it at one point in time, and we will continue to say it until we die. It's science. Whenever you get a chance to say that, you say it.
I think the sniffing songs made that.
Yeah. The snort and the coke. Yeah.
But hey, back to Aldo Nova, the classic line in that song. Pot of pleasure in your nose tonight.
Yeah. All right, Jack, you make the call. Africa, by Toto, or
thank you,
or
thanks a lot. Like, I didn't know that. Moron.
Trying to be a host. I'm trying to fill. I'm using filler. All right, and the second choice is Back on the Chain Gang.
Oh, this one's not even close.
Okay. Africa.
It's not Back on the Chain Gang. It's Africa.
Okay.
By the way, the Toto version is great, and Toto is great and underrated and largely misunderstood. People don't know their background.
The name didn't help them.
Their pedigree.
Telling you, the name didn't help them.
Well, every time you go to the bathroom and take a piss, you see Toto.
I think of a Karen Terrier.
Yeah,
that's true. That's true. But back on the Chain Gang, I don't know. For me, was a big departure for the Pretenders. I mean, when the two main band members passed on, and Back on the Chain came, the punk element of the Pretenders was largely gone.
Gone. Yeah, she definitely.
That band was never really the same.
Right. "Night in My Veins" is probably her best song since then. Just a night in my veins. That's retro Chrissy Hynde right there. Watch the video. She's slutty. She's being Chrissy Hynde from the 80s. It's in the lyrics in the song. Listen to "Night in My Veins." It's my favorite Pretender song since their first two albums.
I think the closest that they came to like their old days was "Middle of the Road."
Yeah.
First
song on that album too.
Yeah, you can't discount the beauty of 2,000 Miles.
That's a whole nother. But again, that's that punk element was gone. Would they have done that with James Honeyman Scott?
They might have. I mean, they did Kid. They did "Stop Your Sobbing."
Well, Kid was a Kink song, so they loved.
No, it was not. No, it wasn't.
I think it's original.
No, Kid is not a Kink song. "Stop Your Sobbing" is a Kink song.
"Stop Your Sobbing." That's right. Yeah, that's right. My bad.
You just
Sorry, kid.
Okay.
Sorry,
it's kid.
Right. Sorry,
right.
kid.
It's cool.
Shut the fuck up, Jack. I've been waiting to say that.
I'm sorry, I'm edgy. I'm stuck in a hotel room there. I want to go home.
Yeah. No, you're right. I stand corrected.
What's on the painting on the wall behind you? Is it a clown?
It's a bunch of clowns.
It is a couple of Leafs largely distorted with some water droplets on it.
Oh, okay.
Do you rate your hotel paintings, Jack? Since you're a painter,
I think he brings that's Jack's
them
artwork. He brings his own paintings with him.
He brings his own paintings to his rooms.
I just want to go home.
He takes a little one in his carry-on. You get a little frame, frame thing. Yeah.
Shut up.
Let's see, Mark, Africa or back on the chain gang?
Well, you guys know how much of a Toto fan I am. But what was that? No. What was that word in Down Under the sandwich?
Vegemite.
All right. So the beauty of that was that he could put Vegemite into a lyric. So David Paich could put Serengeti into a song and rhyme it. I mean, just that's beautiful poetry. But I just say, and I love that song.
Did it rhyme with spaghetti?
It's easy to rhyme Serengeti. Spaghetti, Eddie, Betty.
Yeah.
Ready?
Eddie.
Yeah. How drunk are you? Look at that fucking yellow piss wine.
Spaghetti.
Shut up.
I can't write anything spells Serengeti.
Well, David, he did work on those lyrics.
My mother's name is Betty.
He did work on those lyrics.
Yeah.
I like Helen Reddy.
Get ready, Helen Reddy, for the Serengeti.
Hetty. Yeah.
I'll throw spaghetti in your face.
Pert, life's in Getty.
Yeah. All right. Lou, let's kill this. Lou.
All right, so anyway, yeah, definitely, because Toto, if you put Toto in anything, I'm going to pick Toto. Always.
Okay. This is a last minute throw together, by the way. Lou.
I'm going with the Pretenders, but when I first heard that, I was disappointed. I do feel like that edge, that punk edge was missing. But then the more I listen to that song, the more I love the drums on it. I love that drummer. I think he's
Martin
great.
Chambers. Yeah.
Martin Chambers,
yeah.
On that album,
I like Toto. I'm not a big Toto fan, but I did come to appreciate Africa better because I thought Toto, I thought they were more of a hard rock band with Toe the Line, all that stuff. Yeah. So, but then I realized you sent me that video years ago. They were more like a prog band in some ways.
Oh, they did.
And I knew the musicians were stellar and stuff, but I mean, but I do think Africa. It's a beautiful song, but.
Let me tell you something. I'm just going to tell you.
You have to appreciate one of the things that made me appreciate Africa, because when it first came out, I wasn't a big fan of it. Mm-hmm. When Weezer did it, and when I saw Weezer do it live,
yeah, they do a good version.
I was like, holy shit, this is actually a really cool song.
What is?
Like to me, Weezer made Africa cool.
Right.
Yeah. Not the continent.
That's a country. Song. Africa's a country, Jack.
Weezer, yeah, that's right. Weezer is about as far from Africa as you possibly can get culturally.
So, I will say this, just one more thing on my soapbox about Toto. If you ever get the chance to see them, because they're getting old, they're not going to tour it that much longer, see them, because Steve Lukather is a master of ceremonies. He's got the he's got the Sammy Davis Jr. guitar. He channels Sammy Davis. But there's a point in the show where they all, if David Paich is playing with them, they all touch on other songs that they have helped write. So he'll like have David Paich play a few bars. Oh, he did Make It Real. Remember that? Make It Real. He did that.
Yeah.
And there's so many songs these guys have contributed to and written. Human Nature from Michael Jackson was written by the Porcaro brother on keyboards. Because he said that his daughter came home from school one day and said, I got hit by a little boy. He said he liked me, and he wrote that song based on that. Well, sometimes when people like you, Human Nature, so that it's not a Michael Jackson, like that was the Porcaro guy that wrote that. So these guys have such a history. So if you ever get a chance to see them live, I've taken a couple people that I don't like Toto, and they came out of that concert going, they're fucking great.
All right.
Yeah.
I thought Mark, with that video you sent, I was impressed.
You had made the comment about the Sammy Davis Jr. What does that mean?
Steve Lukather's favorite entertainer ever is Sammy Davis Jr. So he's got his Sammy Davis Jr. guitar with Sammy Davis's image, and he talks like Sammy during the show. And he is fucking hilarious. He is so fucking funny. And he gave up drinking. He's still funny. So, you know, he is Ringo's. Ringo will always have him in his all-star band until the last day, you know.
I don't get what Perry Dedovich, the AI, said. I see Jack Calabrese portraits on T-shirts like Dylan. What is that?
Perry makes T-shirts. You should make a Jack shirt.
Yeah, we were talking about the iron-ons.
Jack Calabrese portraits, like
his
made Jack's artwork or Jack's face on a T-shirt.
Are you talking about Jack's face on a T-shirt? Jesus Christ!
Todd Socko will buy one.
Big Head Todd the Witch.
I want a
Rockin'
Todd
O'Brien,
Sockman
a
t-shirt.
Jack
He wants
t-shirt.
Jack pillowcases.
It's going to be a whole line.
How about a Jack?
Hey,
how about a
Scott, do you
Pez head?
remember we
How about a
talked about
Pez dispenser?
What's that, Jack?
Remember we talked about creating milk crates and turntables merchandise?
Yeah. Glad we didn't. Glad we
Oh,
didn't.
come on.
No, listen, that stuff would have been retro now. We're coming up on episode 150, by the way. Jack's painting. Okay, Perry
behind
Damage AI. Jack has about fucking 80 paintings in his house that no one's bought yet. So which one?
Oh, it is not 80.
Okay, it's 60.
No, it's more like 110.
Swag, baby, swag. All
Hey,
right, Lou, did you make the choice yet?
What happened to
I
Mark
did.
Flynn?
Pretenders.
Is he still around?
Yeah, Mark Flynn's still around. Yeah, he just, people come and people go. Oh, I love
think
Jack t-shirts.
We
What
got
the
something going here. I think this is good. We got
That's
something
gay.
All right.
That's
Here
just
we go.
gay.
Yeah.
That's just gay.
Hey, Jack, you better copyright your image quick.
Big Head Todd the Wet Sprocket walking around with a big, fat, bald Jack head is not a manly look.
Wow.
I'm only saying fat because of the size of the shirt he would have to wear.
Like one of those Frankie Says shirts, like that big thing.
Yeah. Because the Big Head Todd the Wet Sprocket is shaped
Jack
like
says.
a fucking one of those fonts. It's a V, but it's one of the wide V's. Like it's not the, it's not the typewriter V. It's like the thick font. That's his shape.
Lou,
Lou, make the call. Make the fucking call here. Let's
I
get
did.
out of this. Come on.
Lou, just you brought up the Frankie shirt.
I'm sorry.
Somebody brought up over the weekend the whole Deb concert T-shirt.
That
thing.
was me.
And there was a Frankie Goes to Hollywood T-shirt that I bought at the Metro in Boston.
In Boston.
Wow.
The Metro.
Wow.
Which again, for those
You
people
still have
that
it?
weren't on previous shows, saw Frankie Goes to Hollywood, you couldn't understand it. Kind of a dance-oriented band, but there were no women in the audience.
Yeah.
It just didn't make any sense
Really?
to me.
Well, there's a reason.
I was very confused.
Did they open up for Rush?
There's a reason.
There's a reason.
Did they open up for Rush? Is that what you said? No, but they were sniffing a lot of Rush on
Not
stage.
a girl in the house.
They were sniffing a lot of Rush.
Scott. Oh shit.
Some of that locker room shit.
That's because I
Yeah.
had to do ninth grade twice because of that stuff.
Woof. When I was in college, I hadn't done that shit for a while, and this girl breaks some out. She goes, here. And I take a big blast of it, right? And it takes like 60 seconds for it to kick in.
So you
and I
did another
forgot
blast.
that. And I'm like, it didn't do anything.
Really?
So I take another blast. I thought my fucking head was going to explode. It all hit at once. I must have been as red as my background, my face. But I was like, oh.
That's why they call it that.
It's like someone who eats a pot brownie too quick,
That shit will get you, man.
That's like
Lou, make the
Scott,
call. Africa.
I did Pretenders.
You're a little bit older. Don't take a second Viagra. Just give it a half hour. It's okay.
Don't have a heart
No
attack.
Viagra. No Viagra. What's the other stuff? What's the other stuff? Cialis, right?
Cialis.
Yeah.
So I will have you know.
And she's 10
since
feet.
my life is an open book, I will have you know that Dr. Vera has me on a Cialis every day. Right? I take Cialis every day, like 5 or 10 milligrams.
For benign prostatic hypertrophy.
It helps your prostate. It promotes prostate health.
Sure it
It does. Oh, it does. No, trust me. That's
how it was
listen.
originally. It came out for that before it came out for having a bone.
Thank you,
No,
Mark.
no, no,
Thank you, Mark. Yes.
Scott's new nickname on the show is Soft Serve.
That's all right, but I got Cialis to give me some of that good old. I'm like that rocket that you bought on a ice cream truck. I'm like that rocket, the big red, white, and blue thing. All right,
Hold on,
Luke's
honey.
back on the
Couple
chain
more
gang.
minutes. Couple
Yeah.
more minutes, hon.
Yeah,
Be right with you.
I don't think we're gonna make it to movies because we're coming up on 2 hours.
Movies are
already.
out.
Yeah. Okay, Jack. I'm gonna go with Africa. I just like everything. It's a good song. It's a great song. And like Jack, good call. Weezer does a great version of it.
Yeah.
Weezer
And Toto did Hash Pipe really good too.
So you, I got my hash pipe.
Yeah, they did it. Yeah.
Nice. Let me see. Frankie Goes to Hollywood opened for Blue Oyster Cult. Okay.
No, they didn't. There were girls in the Blue Oyster Cult audience, Perry.
Okay.
A lot of
Jack.
them. A whole lot of them.
Der Kommissar.
Which version?
Yeah.
Not the English version, because it's the fucking
Falco.
Yeah, the
No, not after the fire.
Where's he from? Yeah.
Is it
I
German?
like the Falco version.
Okay.
I thought it was German, right?
I think so.
Yeah. Der Kommissar or Mr. Roboto?
Oh my God!
Told you I just threw this shit together.
I can't even believe you're asking.
I know.
It's obviously Derek Thomas. Yeah, Mr. Roboto. I mean,
is this a throwaway?
Dennis DeYoung, he destroyed that band.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have I not been saying that for fucking years? Thank you very much. Absolutely destroyed it. Yes.
You know, you gave him a little bit of a pass with Babe. Okay. You know, you want to do your,
I didn't.
You know, your ballad. You know,
It was like I didn't.
But then you come up with like you fucking pretentious, pompous.
So Babe was kind of like Lady, right? Remember they came out with Lady.
With a bolero.
They tried to recapture that.
Lady
with
was
Babe.
cool, but I mean,
It was a cool song. It's still a good song.
Think about that opening keyboard for Babe. I mean, it
with
is
the
just,
synthesizer.
Elevator, soft serve.
Yeah,
I
of
need
course.
to see Alice.
They were trying to recapture the whole Lady thing, but I said this when this fucking song came out, and everybody was all caught up in the. He fucking stole that whole concept from Iron Man. Stole the whole fucking concept and said, well, let's make it more theatrical. Let's make this more Iron Man. They create this fucking guy to save the fucking humanity, and then they turn their back on him, and the whole Mr. Roboto, the same fucking thing. No more Arigato. No thank you. He stole the whole concept.
You have to give a little bit of blame to the rest of the band because
Tommy Shaw let it go.
Right.
He let it go.
They were like, all right, let's see where this goes. And I get that, like the creative process. But at some point while they were like writing and recording that, they must have been like, what the fuck are we doing?
Well, there are some bands that these guys just bulldoze their ways through.
Did anybody quit during the making of that?
And that's what Dennis DeYoung did. He bulldozed his way through it.
What kills me about Dennis DeYoung is he gave Styx a lot of their best songs and lyrics. Paradise Theater, the lyrics he wrote, Best of Times, great lyrics. Pieces of Eight, that whole album was about society, you know. He did great stuff, and then he goes and he fucking writes Mr. Roboto. He just got too full of himself.
But people liked it. People liked the fucking song for some reason.
I have that DVD of that tour, and I just bought it as just to watch it. And the movie, they show actually a movie before they come on stage. They were like channeling Star Wars and everything.
Yeah.
But it's just like that tour was a disaster because they couldn't really it couldn't be a concert. It was like a production.
He wanted it to be a Broadway fucking production. That's what he did.
How do you get 5 like shows into that tour and not recognize? Okay, this doesn't work.
Yeah.
We gotta pivot, man. We gotta pivot.
Yeah.
You know,
disaster?
I get it to a certain extent that like, all right, we're taking a leap. We're trying to do something different. I don't know if this is good, but it could be innovative. It could be genius. I'm trying to throw something out there that's completely different. But when you get 4 or 5 shows into it and people are like, yeah, I'm going to go get another beer.
Yeah.
Well, not only that,
it was one big drum solo for you, Jack.
Not even waiting for the drum solo. They left before the drum solo.
Well, the worst part of it is when they started that tour, they did it in small theaters. Now, you know, do the math. It's like when Emerson, Lake and Palmer toured with an orchestra. Did anyone do the math? We're going to take one orchestra with us, city to city. You got to pay 70 people. Like, do the math. It's going to bomb on you, you know? Nobody thought of that.
Todd Big Head Todd said it. Austrian. That's what it was. It wasn't German. It was Austrian.
By the way, look, not that I'm trying to compare it one way or the other, but I speak in front of people all the time. and I know pretty quickly what works and what doesn't, and what doesn't, I lose as quickly as I possibly can. You got to pivot, and you know they stuck with it. They should have at like early in that tour played. They should have done what the Stones do: pull one or two songs off the record and play your greatest hits.
Yeah.
Well, that's why the band disintegrated. Yeah.
That's
it's too bad. They were great. They were a great band. And Dennis DeYoung's a great singer, and I think you're right, Mark, that he had a lot of great contributions, but he got ahead of himself, and he probably had a bunch of people speaking in his ear.
Yeah.
You're the genius. These guys are your backing band to a certain extent. Yeah. And look, not for nothing, Tommy Shaw and the rest, James Young and the rest of the band, you got to bring something to the table as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Tommy Shaw brought some great songs through the years, but not on that album.
And just because you guys said it, so I saw every Van Halen tour from Women and Children First and Beyond. Great live performances. Why they insisted on doing a bass solo, a drum solo, and even Eddie's guitar solo.
You know as well as I do that bands.
You guys could have fit another 6 really great songs.
You know as well as I do that there's certain bands, and U2 is notorious for this. They have a formula that works for them, and they stick to it.
But here's the thing: the Van Halen thing, it never worked.
The bass solo.
It evidently did. It maybe not for you, but it worked for the crowd.
I don't need to
solo
see
was terrible.
Throw a bass on the floor and jump up and down.
And drink iced tea out of a bottle.
It's all testosterone driven. Yeah. I've always said that. All that shit was testosterone. Ted Nugent was the king of testosterone driven fucking music. Swinging across the stage and his fucking Tarzan thing.
Mr. 4 frets, like playing 4 frets. That's all.
Doesn't matter. He was just, he had the following. Anyway, let's move on.
Right.
Let's move on. Jack, you make the call. Rock the Casbah.
Oh wait, you never touched on Lou or me.
It's a throwaway. We know where it's going.
No, with the last one. Okay, all right.
Yeah. I just threw it away.
Keyboard players can go too far sometimes.
See the way he just bulldozed you? He is the Dennis DeYoung of this show.
Yeah, he is.
He's Scotto Roboto.
He is Scotto Roboto.
Hey, Lou. Hey, Lou. I just want to tell you, I have a new podcast I'm joining called Damn Yankees, because this ship has flown.
Damn you. Fuck them, too. Fuck that.
Well, they call that dang Yankees down here.
That was a shit fucking group. Damn.
Yeah,
Black Blades.
So I tell you, I did some like some of the Night Ranger stuff.
Yeah, well.
Don't tell me you love me. Great song.
All right, Jack. Rock the Casbah or Dirty Laundry?
I think Dirty Laundry is a better song. I think the Clash were a better band.
Well, Don Henley was a solo artist, so.
Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate the clarification.
Well, you compared it to the better band. In other words, Don Henley wasn't with the Eagles when you sang it.
Scott, you know that I adore the Clash, but Rock the Casbah was not a great moment for them, in my opinion. It was an okay song, but I think Dirty Laundry is actually a better tune.
Mark?
Rock the Casbah did something that will never be done again. You had a video in which you combined a oil drill, an Orthodox, and an Arab.
Rabbi. And an armadillo.
And a punk band with boots.
And an armadillo. Don't forget the armadillo.
All right. And it is a good song. Great lyrics. But, man, Don Henley, that song is fucking great. It's
Dirty Laundry.
Oh, man, that's a great song. Kick them when they're up. Kick them when they're down. Kick them when they're up. Kick them on. Yeah. Gotta go Don Henley.
Rock the Casbah was another song. If I don't hear it again, I'm good. Not a bad song. I mean, they did a pop song.
Good lyrics.
The drummer wrote it. And as far as the Don Henley song, it's not my favorite of his in solo, but I do like it. But I think that's Steve Lukather on guitar with Joe Walsh.
Yes, it is. Okay. It is.
But I do think Henley's first solo record, I didn't warm up to as much as I did Building the Perfect Beast. On retrospect, it's a really good record.
That's not his first one. The first one is the one with Dirty Laundry.
Well, that's what I said. But his first record, I didn't warm up to it. I went back to it after Building the Perfect Beast. I'll say Don Henley.
All right. I'd have to go with Don Henley also. It's a good song. It's a really good song. It's not his best song.
Nope.
but it's a good song. And Rock the Casbah, it carved out a niche for the Clash. That's for sure.
Made Topper Head and some
No,
money.
It made Topper Head a lot of money.
A lot of money.
Yeah, it made him a lot of money.
It
A lot of heroin.
But it was such a departure from what they were supposed to be.
So
And the
Combat
strange
Rock
thing
though,
about-
but Combat Rock was that.
Wait,
that
can
was
you let
that
me
album.
finish?
No.
Jesus Christ!
Why should I change now after?
Combat Rock. If you Rock
You're
the
an
Casbah and should I say it? Should I go? Are the worst two songs on that album.
Right.
The rest of that album is absolutely brilliant. Know Your Rights, Straight to Hell.
What's the song about the soldiers?
Straight to Hell.
That
Straight to
song
Hell.
is
Go straight
phenomenal.
to hell, boy.
Phenomenal. Yeah.
Straight
Yeah.
to hell.
No, you're
By
right.
the way, yeah,
Mama, son.
every time we saw the Pogues in concert, when they left the stage and they played
Straight
kind of
to
an
hell.
outro music, it was always Straight to Hell.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Did you ever
That,
hear?
that,
I
that,
think.
that is, I don't know if you guys are fans, but Combat Rock is a fantastic.
Yeah,
record.
yeah.
Yeah, it is. It
I
is. When I was in
think-
8th grade, I would play that on my boombox walking home. I had a 3-mile walk from Westwood to Hillsdale, and Combat Rock, 8th grade. Every
Did you
day,
have your
that was-
fucking your Dakara on and your fucking robe like
I was in
like the
Lutheran
Arab
school.
with the
No,
boombox?
no, I was in Lutheran school. We had a uniform, but I had my
Okay.
boombox.
who was it? I think it was it Dido? So he did a great version of Straight to Hell.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I'm gonna find it. Yeah, I'm gonna find it. She did a
I don't
great
think I've ever
fucking
heard
version
that.
of Yeah.
Love that song. Love the Clash.
Yeah.
I tell you, all the rock and rollers deaths that occurred. Joe Strummer dying, that one hurt.
Oh,
Me too. Me
Phil
too. He was
Kelly,
my
Phil
favorite
Kelly
player.
said it right. He sent me. He says, "It feels like I just lost an old drinking buddy." That's what he said. Yeah, it was the best way to put it. All right, last one. Last one. Stand Back or Allentown.
Oh my God, they're both terrible.
Well, so that makes it hard.
Yeah, but I mean, if I had to choose between the two of them, I would say Stand Back.
Okay.
I
Mark?
mean, you gotta give Allentown a little bit of credit because of the
It's not a bad song.
the steel in the the train
Ting,
in the
ting,
background.
ting, ting.
But I mean, like do you ever envision yourself like would you ever buy the 45 Allentown?
I
Like-
wouldn't. I didn't buy many
Wouldn't buy
45s after the age of
No,
like 14.
but I mean,
but-
so cassettes thing.
Hey, Jack.
I did.
Jack, you're not this.
Ah.
Jack, you're not some swanky hotel. You got a vacancy sign flashing behind you. Look at that. Look at the light shining up. You're in some Fleabag hotel, aren't you?
Hey, this is the
got the-
beautiful.
It's like see the flashing
that
blue light
white
behind.
light, white heat, white light,
Hourly
white
rates,
heat, yeah.
hourly rates.
Oh.
Vibrating beds, vibrating.
Jack, do you have a quarter? I'll give you a quarter.
Oh, Jesus. All right, Mark, Stand Back or Allentown?
I'm looking for my 45 of Allentown. I can't find it.
We don't want to see it.
I'm a big Stevie Nicks fan. I love Stevie Nicks, but I thought that song was kind of that was the beginning of her doing pop. I didn't like that. Allentown too. It's the lyrics. For me, I'll just pick it over. The lyrics are great. So
Allentown?
I'm going with Allentown, yeah.
They are good lyrics. I actually am not a Billy Joel fan,
Yeah.
but I did like that song. I don't know why.
Oh,
I liked it.
Billy Joel is still in pretty heavy rotation for me, but it's more kind of like the oddball songs. Like I loved the Stormfront album. I thought was absolutely fantastic.
Good album. Yeah.
There was some really really good stuff on there, like And So It Goes, or even the Downeaster Alexa. I think is a pretty cool tune.
Beautiful.
And no, it's weird.
But
He
Go ahead.
fell off a cliff. He never wrote a song. Like he just boom. He stopped writing music.
You stop writing pop
Yeah.
music.
Yeah. All right, Lou, Stand Back or Allentown?
I don't like Stand Back. Never liked it. Allentown is like my favorite Billy Joel song. I'm not a big fan, but I do like
I'm
that
not
song.
either. Yeah. Captain
But
Jack is my
I do
favorite
think, I
Billy
think he
Joel
nailed
song.
I think he nailed his point home with that song.
Yeah.
And it was basically too. It's not a big piano opus. It's a very tight pop song, I guess.
Yeah.
But,
Well, that was the era when he was trying to be Bruce Springsteen.
Yes, he was.
One two, one,
that's a good
two,
point. I never,
three,
I
four.
never,
on his
I
guitar
never
in
looked
half,
at that.
yeah.
I never looked at that. That's a really good point, man.
That
Yes, he
one
is.
matter of trust. He's playing a Telecaster.
Yeah.
And he's like,
I
you know,
never paid attention to that. Well, probably because I wasn't a
Hey.
huge fan of his. So
Hey,
Yeah.
have any of you guys ever actually seen Billy Joel in concert?
I've not
No,
seen
and
that.
you know what? I'm 30 miles from MSG. You think I would have went?
Yeah, I'll tell you. I mean,
I'm sure it's a great
saw
show.
him a couple of times, especially back in the '80s. He was a hell of a performer.
yeah.
Just really fantastic.
Well. To quote Rick James, cocaine's a hell of a drug. Cocaine's a hell of a drug. That's why they were good performers.
So he was doing coke on a Downey.
Billy Joel was and still is a great performer. I
Yeah.
saw him a handful of years ago at Wrigley in Chicago, and he was great.
Mhm.
He was great, and I would love. Is he still doing the MSG?
Madison Square.
Yeah, he is.
Didn't he just do his 100th show or recently?
He's
just
coming to
100?
an end. I really got to go to one of those shows. I really do. But they
Mark,
go on.
if you pick the right date, I'll meet you there.
I'll see when they go on. So
Oh
yeah,
shit!
That's cool.
I'll meet you there.
Lou, I'll meet you in Asheville, Lou.
You
That's
got it,
right,
man.
buddy.
What are you going to see? Jamie Johnson?
We're gonna,
Doesn't
no, we're
matter.
gonna
It's
go
not
see
fucking
Madame.
Billy Joel. That's for sure.
We're gonna see Madame Patchouli and the Crystals.
There you go. That's it. Fucking, I'm
Right.
there, buddy. I'd rather be in Asheville than fucking New York City. That's for damn sure.
Oh, don't
Oh,
start
come
with
on,
that.
you-
Hey, is that Trump rally over yet? Is the Trump rally over in Brooklyn?
Did it begin?
Wait, Scott.
Oh,
I
it
thought
began,
you
yeah.
said that New York was supposed to be so dangerous. Now you want to watch a
I
rally.
didn't say
in
it was
Brooklyn.
dangerous. I said
You
it's a
did.
fucking shithole.
Me and
I
my
didn't say it was
son.
dangerous.
Me and my son go there all the time. We walk
I
around.
never
no
said
problem,
dangerous.
No problem.
I
We
said
love
I
New
went there for a weekend, and the cleanest thing I saw was a fucking pigeon.
York. Is that Boca? Were you in Boca?
No. We don't have
okay.
pigeons in Boca. We have egresses, and we have fucking
Herons.
all these
Fuck is an
fancy
egress?
birds. We have fancy birds.
All right, in the hospital, an
Pelican.
egress
we have,
is
we
where
have
you put.
green herons and blue herons, and yeah.
Don't you
Canadian
have
geese.
to? Don't you have to go before the planning board to get an egress?
No, I don't. I have
Be
to go
more
in front of my
specific.
my homeowners association.
That's worse. That's worse.
Are you part of the homeowners association?
It's a double homeowners association. So I'm.
What does
I'm
that? What does
within-
that mean? What does
So,
that
all
mean?
right, well, if you let me fucking finish.
Well, tell me what it means, though. Tell me what it means.
Be more specific.
So I live in
Do they
the
know that?
prestigious.
Do they know that you have those Marvel comic characters? In
I
your-
live
those
in
are-
the prestigious Boca area of Mission Bay, right? And Mission Bay has a housing, one of those things. Lou must have to go to the bathroom.
I'm
Has
next.
a homeowners, right, for Mission Bay, but within Mission Bay, there's communities, and within my community, we pay another homeowners, but it's actually not a lot compared to combined. It's still less than some singular homeowners. So I pay two homeowners associations.
Yeah, but if you ever run into a situation where you are, fined or notified that you can't have that awning up.
I
or
gotta clean
that
my
color.
roof. Like they make you precious, clean you because we have barrel tile roofs and they get
So
dirty.
you got a notification that your roof was untidy.
Yeah, they need it cleaned because the dirt starts to build up and it looks shitty.
Shitty schmitty.
But they had to tell you that.
They drive around and they look at things.
So that
I
is
don't mind
that
though,
is
but we never. It's not like they
that
do.
is a
Some-
that is a recipe for creating Karens and Kevins.
Yeah.
Well, I'm fortunate to live in one that's very mellow. It's a very mellow. Both of them are very mellow. There's a lot of Karens on the like they have this Facebook group, Mission Bay Boca Facebook group, and you get these fucking ladies that complain about kids on bikes, kids in golf carts.
That
kids
would drive me.
It's
fucking nuts.
fucking some great reading, though, dude. It's some
That
great
would be
fucking
nuts.
reading.
I gotta say, what
Dear
drives me
homeowners association, I keep walking by this house and I keep hearing she blinded me with science. We need to do something.
We need to do
immediately.
something. Somebody complained about my hedges, which are like 10 feet tall, right? They're 10.
Oh.
Someone complained that there's too much vegetation in the bushes. And the lady told me, she goes, well, what is he supposed to do? Go in there and weed out the vines and it's an ecosystem in there. It's a whole fucking ecosystem in that thing.
When-
But they
when-
don't do it. They didn't do anything to us. They didn't want us.
I don't think I would survive in that type of environment.
It's not
When-
as bad as you think. Some of them are, though. Some of them are, but
When
it's not as
I
bad
grew
as you
up
think.
in New Jersey, I don't know about you guys up there, but in New Jersey, when I grew up, it was like yards. I'd go over to my friends' houses. A lot of their yards had bald spots in the grass.
Yeah, but
You had dirt patches,
there's no code enforcement.
dandelions.
Like Hollywood,
Nowadays,
Florida has code enforcement. They'll drive around. They're just as bad.
well, I was going to say is my sister in New Jersey, she had dandelions in her garden, and her neighbor complained, "Your dandelions are,
Yeah.
like what the fuck? Like stop."
really.
It's I don't
Code
know.
enforcement is like vampires, dude. Once you invite them, once they get on your property, code enforcement, and they're the city. They're not a homeowners association.
The
They're
BTK
fucking
killer.
vampires, dude. They
enforcement
keep
guy.
coming back.
An opportunity, and I don't know if you will ever watch, Last Week Tonight with John Oliver.
No.
Oh yeah,
But
I do.
He
No,
does.
he's a
he does
douchebag.
He does
Fuck
a
you.
section on homeowners associations. It is troubling.
Well, a lot of the laws in Florida are starting to change because people have challenged them recently, and they're all winning. So homeowners associations now are losing that.
Good.
At least in Florida, they're losing that authority to be able to tell you certain things that you can and cannot
Look,
do.
you own your house. Why can't you do what you want?
But when you buy the house, it comes with it. It comes with the.
Fuck
It's
that.
an
No,
agreement.
thank you.
Hey, I'm
No,
saying
thank
I
you.
live in a beautiful house.
No,
and
no,
we
no.
haven't
I
had
don't want
any
you to argue
problems.
this point. Take the time that you're going to argue that point and trim your fucking hedges.
But
Listen.
you know what my friend said when he came in? My buddies from the Philippines that I was stationed with, and they were all in the Air Force. They drove into Mission Bay and they said, "This reminds me of an Air Force base. Everything is finely manicured. Everything is clean. Everything is neat.
Yeah.
It's what you want when you pay
Sterile.
for what you pay.
Sterile.
No, see, it's not though. That's
Sterile.
the thing. Yeah, I know.
Sterile.
Because fucking weeds in a fucking car on your front lawn isn't sterile. Your
Nothing wrong with
purple
that.
house across the street from you isn't sterile.
Doesn't bother me.
Fuck that.
There we go.
Fuck
Right.
that.
Purple house.
Yeah.
Now,
Now
all
I
right, all right.
understand.
Let's move on. Hey, Jack,
No.
you know what time it is? It's
Hey.
time. We just went over 2 hours like 10 minutes ago.
Look, one thing.
What?
John Oliver is a committed
douchebag.
Liverpool fan.
Yeah, he's a
and he goes on
douchebag.
Men in Blazers. He
Yeah,
is.
him and fucking Trevor Noah, douchebags.
Of course. He
Why is he a douchebag?
What do you mean? Why is he a douchebag?
good-
His fucking
good
his
point,
humor
man.
is His humor is straight bullshit, political, easy hack. Fucking, he's just like one of these fucking nighttime shows, Jimmy Fallon and fucking all of them. It's nothing. There's nothing original there.
kind of like Craig Ducey in the morning on Fox.
Yeah, there's nothing original there. And I'll agree with that. I don't care about that. But you know who has the #1 nighttime show? Gutfeld on Fox. So there you go. Let's see. You know what time it is, Jack? It's time for This Day in Music.
Hey guys, I'm gonna sign off. It's great seeing you.
All right, buddy. Good seeing you.
Good seeing you.
A rare occurrence. where
Hey,
I
you'll
get to
like this one, though.
participate
You'll
on
like
my
this real quick. Don't leave. Honestly, 2019, on this day in 2019, Richard Ashcroft regained his rights to the song Bittersweet Symphony after
Oh,
more
yeah.
than 2 decades. The Verve singer
After he
lost the
complained
rights
to the-
to his most recognizable song, which ended up the possession of the Rolling Stones, Sir Mick Jagger, Keith Richards, released in 77, blah, blah, in 97. So
He
a
fucked his
composition,
career.
he became the center of a lawsuit which saw Ashcroft stripped of rights. He got a lot of money back.
Good.
Wasn't
got a lot of
wasn't he attorney general for a while? Wasn't he one of the
All
singing senators? That's a fun group of guys.
Richard Ashcroft.
Hey,
Tomb
on
Raider.
this day in 2014, the parents of a camera assistant who was killed after being hit by a train while shooting footage for a biopic about Greg Allman was suing the musician and the film's producers. The case claimed the filmmakers selected an unreasonably dangerous site for the filming location. You get hit by a train.
Hey, Greg, stand over here. I'm going to interview you. Whoop.
How do these people not see a train coming?
Greg,
Mark,
stand by the
Good
railroad
night. Good
track.
night. How do these fuck? All right, buddy.
night,
Love you,
Jack.
Jack.
See you, Jack.
There you go, buddy. Have a safe flight tomorrow.
Thanks, brother.
Yeah. Get off my show. Got him up. How do people get hit by fucking trains?
Yeah.
Unless it's intentional. I mean,
There is this fucking thing, and I don't get it. It's the strangest fucking thing. It's this phenomenon of cars and trucks getting stuck on a crossing roads. It's not even on the tracks. It's on the crossover.
I had it happen. Well, I had a car stall out.
It's a fucking phenomenon that nobody can explain.
Right. What's it get stuck on? Is it like a piece of metal hanging from underneath your car?
Stalls. The fucking car stall.
I had a car stall on railroad tracks with a train coming. I'm not
So
sure.
what is this? Is a phenomenon that nobody's paying attention to. It's the fucking strangest thing.
I was on my way to a job interview, and Mark was in Hohokus. There was an industrial park. There was
I know where you were.
It was serious sets. You had to go across this thing of tracks, and in the middle of it, my car just. And I'm like, shit, and there's a train coming. I could see it, but I could see the train coming. I got the car. It started back up, and I got the job just because of that.
All right, so when in where I live here in Pearl River, my old apartment was 3 blocks down, right by the railroad tracks, the major crossing on Jefferson Avenue. And one day I'm in my kitchen, which was the back door, and I hear the train coming. You get used to that, and you know, it's bam, 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 bam. But then all of a sudden I hear, bah, and I hear crash, and I run out in the porch, and he had slowed down enough, but he hit the car and dragged it a little bit. So I'm like, holy shit, you know, and I run out. So lady gets out of the car, and she's screaming at the she's looking up at the conductor, the engineer in the train. She's going, didn't you see me crossing? Couldn't you have stopped? Like she thought she could just cross the tracks. They're stupid people. So the guy Billy that worked in the shop next to me was walked down. He's just looking at her while she's screaming. He said, "You dumb, see you next Tuesday. Don't you know a train can't stop?" Like, you know, like she's lucky she didn't die, because everybody on that train, it was a commuter train. Everybody had to sit on that train for hours while they got inspectors in. They have to drug test the conductor, the engineer, and everything. It's like because of her stupidity
comes in.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like, and then if it's any kind of a train, when you do that, like you hold up traffic, like you're fucking up everything.
Yeah. Also, those trains go across other intersections. This is traffic on all sides, you know, getting.
All right, let's kill the train talk.
I finally got prolific. I finally got Pacific tonight. You know?
On this day in 2000, Noel Gallagher walked out on Oasis during the European tour. There you go. The move was put down to a series of burst-ups with his brother Liam.
What year? What year?
That was 2000. That was 2000.
Okay.
On this day in 1992, a statement issued by Freddie Mercury's attorney stated that Mercury had bequeathed the majority of his estate, $17 million, that was it, to his longtime friend Mary Austin. On this day in 1991, photographer Michael Levine took what would be the publicity shots for Nirvana's Nevermind album. The idea of the front cover shot for the baby swimming was taken after Kurt Cobain and Dave Grohl saw a TV documentary on water babies, and was taken by Kirk Weill. Several babies were used. Do you know one of those fucking kids sued them for? I'm not even going to get into that. On this day in 1987, 12 former members of the Doobie Brothers reunited for a charity concert. On this day in 1979, due to a record company dispute, Tom Petty was forced to file for bankruptcy, owing $575,000. On this day in 1974, George Harrison announced the launch of his own record label, Dark Horse. On this day in 1973, Jefferson Airplane were prevented from giving a free concert in Golden Gate Park. On this day in 1970, Paul McCartney's debut solo album, McCartney, started a 3-week run at #1 on the U.S. album charts. Let's see. On this day in 1970, the Beatles' 12th and final studio album, Let It Be, started a 3-week run at #1. On this day in 1970, the Grateful Dead played their first gig outside the U.S. at the Hollywood Rock Music Festival in Newcastle, in England.
Newcastle on Tyne.
Yep. That's it, yeah. Let's see. On this day...
Newcastle hippies.
Of 1964, Ella Fitzgerald became the first artist to have a hit with a Beatles cover when her version of Can't Buy Me Love entered the UK charts. Wow. Interesting. And on this day in 1960, the Everly Brothers Brothers started the 5-week run at number 1 in the U.S. singles charts with Kathy's Clown. Let's see. Born on This Day. Nobody. Nobody. More nobody. Rosemary Clooney in 1928.
Oh.
We'll end it with that, gentlemen.
That's
Rosemary.
big. George
That's it.
Clooney's grandmother.
Well, that's the show.
Me and Perry knew her drummer.
Imagine if we did albums. I mean, movies. It would be a 3.5-hour show.
Yeah.
Sure.
What the
We'll
fuck?
get to it one of these weeks.
We'll get to them.
Well, I got a 3-day weekend. If you
Yeah, good. I'll be in St. Augustine.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I'll be in St. Augustine for the weekend. Well, gentlemen, as always, thank you for your time. Thank you for your knowledge. But most of all, and I always mean this when I say it, thank you for your friendship. I truly appreciate it. You guys bring nothing but good into the show and into my life, my friends.
Same here.
With that, everybody, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. If you like it, share it. If you didn't like it, well, thanks for watching and listening for 2 hours and 20 minutes. That was supposed to be a less than 2-hour show. It was good to see Jack. Always good to see my brother Jack. Patty Yossi says, great show. Thanks for all the info
thanks,
and
Patty.
laughs. Sleep tight, Scott, Leo, and Mike.
My name's Leo, all right?
Leo gets whatever Leo wants. Leo gets.
That's right. And as far as everything goes, we're good. And doing this show for you, to quote my favorite artist, Morrissey, the pleasure, the privilege is mine. And we'll be back next Thursday with, I don't know what.